Welcome to Fantasy Audiobook. Go crazy. Summon the Frost Dragon just after changing jobs. Chapter 26. My whereabouts have been exposed. Single quote. Yi Ting could hear from the conversation between the two that a guild was checking the record to determine the city he was in. It seems that I seem to have underestimated the power of the whole network notification, but what guild is looking for me? Just saving a record on the internet can make 10,000 contributions. Single quote. He pulled the hood of his magic robe and watched secretly. After noticing the guild logos on the two, Yi Ting's pupils shrank slightly. The dragon soars to the 9 heavens. 10th guild. Single quote. It turned out to be the 10th ranked guild who was looking for him. It's a pity, someone has already gone to the other 2 dungeons. Otherwise, if you upload 2 copies at the same time, you will have contributed $1 million. Yes, I knew we would split up. That professional may be in Yangcheng, why don't we look for it? Boss Shen said that whoever invites him to join the club will be rewarded with legendary equipment. Legendary equipment. As long as you successfully recruit him into the guild, you will be rewarded with legendary equipment. One can imagine how high his salary will be after joining the guild. But Yi Ting was not happy at all. Extremes must be reversed. Opportunity must coexist with danger. How high the Longtang Guild is willing to give him. There must be another force willing to pay the same price to get rid of him. I can't continue to challenge the new dungeon anymore. If the whole network notification is triggered again, my location will be exposed immediately. Upgrade to level 5 first, and the rest will be discussed tomorrow after seeing the situation. Single quote. With this in mind, Yi Ting resolutely dismissed the idea of challenging a new dungeon, turned around and re-entered the dungeon. In the dungeon grass safe area. Estes, we'll stay here to practice, and we'll talk about challenging the new dungeon tomorrow. Yi Ting held his right hand empty, and the blue light condensed and turned into a skull staff. Upon seeing this, Estes said, Master, I can just go, you wait for me here, and I will solve them soon. Yi Ting shook his head and said, No, let's stay together and play slowly, so that we won't be able to set new records, otherwise people will soon be sure that I am here. Is there any danger? Estes looked worried. It's not clear yet, but it's okay to be cautious. Dragon Kingdom, the capital city. The Great Elder smiled and said, It's been an hour and a half, Lu Yan, what do you think? Lu Yan arrives. There are 2 reasons. One is that our guess was wrong, and the other is that he became alert and stopped. The Great Elder nodded slightly. Which one do you think it is? Lu Yan shook his head and said, I hope it's the second. Tuk tuk. There was a knock on the door. Lu Yan looked at the Great Elder, who smiled and said, Listen to the results together. It is good. Lu Yan narrowed his eyes and nodded. Only then did the Great Elder speak. Come in. The office door opened, the secretary walked to the desk and glanced at Lu Yan. The Great Elder waved his hand and said, Say it. The secretary pushed his glasses and said, Grand Elder, there are 2 novice dungeons in Yangcheng with SSS ratings. Look, I was right. The corners of Lu Yan's mouth slightly raised, he stood up from the sofa and said, Great Elder, I'll take a step first and look forward to the good show you arranged. Ding. Congratulations to the professional for clearing the hell level dungeon. Very good. Name, Yi Ting. Occupation, Beast Master. Level 5 49.2%. Strength, 24. Agility, 31 plus. Physique, 27 plus 79. Spirit, 118 plus 108. After challenging 9 dungeons, with more than 50% remaining, he will be able to advance to level 6. But after the 6th level, you can't challenge the novice dungeon. Yi Ting saves the half-level experience and waits until tomorrow to see the situation before deciding whether to challenge the last novice dungeon. If the situation is not right, then go to other cities, stay away from Yangcheng, a place of right and wrong, and develop slowly. In addition to the harvest of level improvement, a lot of equipment broke out. 9 dungeons, a total of 20 pieces of equipment have been obtained. Counting the previous ones, there are nearly 30 pieces of equipment in the backpack, all of which are green and excellent equipment. A suit of equipment, except for the helmet that did not appear to be suitable for mages, weapons, clothes, pants, boots, a pair of rings, and a bracelet, all purple excellent equipment. There is also a rare blue bracelet, and a necklace of colorful legends. Beast Master. Frost Dragon. Attribute. Ice Attribute. Level. Level 7 66.5%. Power. 1450 plus 21. Agility. 1350 plus 20. Physique. 1550. Spirit. 1850 plus 16. Death has also been promoted to level 7, and he is also equipped with an extra purple excellent power ring. It's a simple 1 hour or so, which is full of gains. Exit copy. I originally wanted to rent a villa for 2 months, but now it seems that I can't do it, so I need to find a place to deal with it for 1 night. Single quote. Thinking this way, Yi Ting took ecstasy to intercept a taxi. Master, Lijing Hotel. Okay. In a car. Are you sure? It's confirmed. The novice dungeons of Yangcheng Chengdong and Chengnin have SSS level records, which didn't exist before today. Okay, immediately arrange your people to guard the door of the 3 dungeons. He has obtained the highest evaluation of 2 dungeons in a row. His level should be between 3 and 5. Every professional who enters and exits must use the detection technique to confirm. Detection technique. I'm afraid this will arouse the resentment of professionals and attract the attention of the Dragon Kingdom officials. As long as you help us find him, I will personally help you with the naturalization procedures after the matter is completed. And haven't you always wanted the second job transfer certificate? After the matter is completed, I can give you what you need to change jobs. We will also help you prepare the mission items, and then you will not only be a member of our United Alliance, but also have a second job. So do you still need to worry about Dragon Kingdom officials? This is just to find him out. Yes, we only need to confirm his identity, and we will naturally handle the rest. It is good. Putting down the monitor headphones, the middle-aged man in gorgeous armor turned his head and asked the staff. Have you confirmed their identities? It's Yangcheng University's gym teacher, Zhang Li, a 4th-tier professional. The staff took out 2 files and said. The person who contacted him was the 8th-rank professional in the United States, Ni Bell. Oh, it's wrong to be alone, to be a lackey. No wonder Yangcheng, one of the 3 first-tier cities, doesn't even have a top 10 university in the country. The middle-aged man sneered and turned to say. When did Bell enter the Dragon Kingdom? Where is he now? He is from Longguo, who entered last week with a tourist visa. The staff said. The whereabouts are unknown now. The middle-aged man nodded. If it was so easy to be tracked, Bell wouldn't be an 8th-level powerhouse. He asked instead. And people from those countries have entered Yangcheng. The profiles of foreign professionals who entered Yangcheng in the past hour are all here. Passing a stack of documents to the middle-aged man, the staff briefly introduced. Including Hajong, Sakura, Asan, Kimchi, etc., there are still many foreign professionals from all over the country flocking to Yangcheng. Looking at the document more than 10 centimeters thick in his hand, the middle-aged man said in a daze. So many. When and how did they enter the country? The staff said calmly. It's all the first 10 days and 8 days, tourist visa. The middle-aged man raised his eyebrows. It seems that some time before the job change day every year, it is the peak tourist season for our dragon country. The staff smiled and did not answer. They, Longguo, also like to organize professionals to travel to various countries for team building a few days before the job transfer date, so the eldest brother will not talk about the second brother. It is about 1 kilometer away from the novice dungeon in the north of Yangcheng, Lijing Hotel. Hello, double room. Hearing the voice, the young lady at the front desk raised her head and her cheeks flushed when she saw that handsome face. Yi Ting was speechless, and repeated, Hello, help me open a double room. Only then did the lady at the front desk react, and at the same time notice the woman beside Yi Ting. A handsome man and a beautiful woman are really a good match. Single quote. Thinking of this, the young lady at the front desk blinked and said, Sorry, only the big bedroom is left. Yi Ting continued speechless. Thank you, but I just need a double room. The lady at the front desk continued to blink and said, Sorry, sir, there are really only big bedrooms left. Yi Ting. Hollow square. Okay, the big bedroom is the big bedroom. This hotel is one of the few hotels in Yangcheng that does not require identity registration, but has a good environment, so he compromised. After checking in, Yi Ting turned and walked towards the elevator. The lady at the front desk secretly made a cheering gesture to Esther's. Then he glanced at Yi Ting and thought to himself, I really thought I would help you, I am helping these sisters. Single quote. Question mark question mark question mark. I don't know, so Estes is full of question marks. Room 333 on the second floor. Enter the room and close the door. Estes looked at the hotel room curiously. Everything here is full of novelty to her. Seeing Yi Ting. Why don't you watch TV first? Television. Estes was full of doubts. Right. After turning on the TV and giving a general explanation, she quickly understood and watched various TV programs full of freshness with great interest. Yi Ting came to the computer in the room and opened the professional forum officially opened by Longguo. You can find a lot of information on the big and small things that happened in Longguo. It's just that real name authentication is required after job transfer to register and log in. Yi Ting, who has completed the job change, registered an account according to the process, and successfully logged into the forum. Twice the highest evaluation of Hell level. This year's strongest rookie professional. The one that got the highest push was the post related to him. I opened it decisively, glanced at it, and then scrolled down all the way. I read a lot of comments, many of which were guesswork and analysis, but a few guesses were right on the profession of the Beast Master. Although they are well informed, most of the powerful professions with names and surnames have basically been guessed by someone, and their value is not high. Exit the post and read the topic posts one by one. Hell level SSS evaluation. As long as you have hands. Record my 5-minute Hell level Undead Dungeon and 2-minute Ferocious Beast Dungeon. Hell level SSS strategy for novice dungeons. Click one by one, a bunch of fake posts. Tonight at 9 o'clock, open the box live. Treasure chest. JPG. Exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark. Seeing the 6 treasure chests randomly placed in the picture, Yi Ting immediately took out 3 treasure chests from his backpack for comparison. Exactly the same. 2 legends, 2 epics, 2 perfections. Each of the 6 boxes has a 1 on the outside, representing a first-tier treasure box. In the post, there is nothing but pictures. Yi Ting will go down immediately. Floor 1. Big brother please bring. Floor 2. Kneel down to the boss. Third floor. 6 treasure chests. Is this the boss of today? Fourth floor. Professional appraisal completed. Real picture, not PS. Floor 5. Why don't you continue to refresh the hand copy evaluation if you are so awesome? All the way down, most people think that the owner of this post is the professional who triggered the broadcast on the whole network today. What was he trying to do with this post? Single quote. Stay hot. Single quote. Fraud. Single quote. But how can a liar have so many treasure chests? Single quote. Yi Ting couldn't figure it out, so he could only skip it for now. Just after quitting this post, I found that I was pushed to the highest level. One can imagine how many diving monsters were blown up by the power of the 6 treasure chests. Continue to pull down one by one. Whoever uses the detection technique indiscriminately in the novice dungeon of Yangcheng is boring. Yi Ting's heart moved, and he immediately clicked on the post. The host is probably just complaining about being detected by the detection technique several times in the novice dungeon of Yangcheng just now, purely complaining. Scroll down to the comments. Floor 1. Today is the job change day. There are always some newcomers messing around. It will be fine in a few days. Second floor. What the first floor said is right. When they leave the city and see the dangers of the society, they will not dare. Third floor. If someone dares to detect Lao Su, he will take a big pass. Floor 4. Yes, don't be cowardly. Floor 5. Is it a cute girl? Maybe I want to detect your name and have a romantic encounter. The popularity is not high, and many followers commented that this is a normal phenomenon, but Yi Ting always feels a little weird. Yangcheng Chengdong novice copy. A professional appeared in front of the dungeon vortex. Detection technique. Name: Li Kangfeng. Occupation: Hurricane Mage. Level: Level 4. As if feeling the detection technique, Li Kangtian, who seemed to have just come out of the dungeon, frowned and looked around, but there were too many people at the gate of the dungeon, he couldn't tell them apart, so he had to give up and left the dungeon in a hurry. In the dark, a middle-aged man in a black robe said in a low voice. Hurricane Mage, he can be upgraded to level 4 in a little more than one morning, and he is equipped with golden perfection and above. It should be him. Follow up secretly. The other side. A novice copy of Yangcheng Chungbei. A professional got off the taxi and was about to enter the dungeon hall. Detection technique. Name: Zhang Biao. Occupation: Druid. Level: Level 4. Aware of being detected, the professional immediately panicked, looked around subconsciously, and finally stopped a taxi and left in a hurry. Dark place. A suit of dark gold equipment. He has just changed his job for a long time to level 4. Looks flustered. A professional druid can transform into a powerful beast with the help of a beast crystal nucleus. It must be him. Keep up. A copy of the Undead in the south of Yangcheng. After more than an hour, Wang Hai, Li Wei, Jiyu Xiaoming, and Zhang Yang, who finally cleared the simple level, walked out of the dungeon. Phew, ordinary levels are too difficult. In the end, there are more than 30 level 3 skulls at the boss. Yeah, if it wasn't for Zhang Yang's fight against the monster, we'd be dead. It's mainly due to Jiyu Xiaoming's treatment, otherwise I wouldn't be able to resist. Without the output of the two of you, it's useless to rely on us alone. Everyone is very important. Hey, it's just a pity that it only got AC level evaluation. As soon as these words came out, Wang Hai, Li Wei, and Zhang Yang immediately remembered the 2 consecutive network-wide bulletins. At this time, Jiyu Xiaoming's phone rang. She took out her phone and glanced at it, then turned to the 3 of them and said, "It's my dad, I'll take a call first." After she walked away, Li Wei lowered his voice and said, "You said the second time is Brother Ting." Wang Hai and Yurong said, "How long has it been since you changed jobs? Besides us, Brother Ting, who else could it be?" "What about Brother Ting?" Zhang Yang smiled honestly, with contempt in his heart. After answering the phone, Jiyu Xiaoming came back and apologized. "My father wants me to go back immediately. I can't accompany you to brush copies anymore, sorry." "Dad, it's okay. Uncle Jiyu must have something important to do. You should go back quickly." The Lord of Yangcheng, Jiyu Nanshan, recalled his beloved daughter, but they dared to keep her. After Jiyu Xiaoming left, Li Wei said, "Without healing, we can't clear the dungeon. Why don't we pay homage to Brother Ting's record? Maybe we can meet Brother Ting by chance." "It is good." Wang Hai nodded immediately. The 2 looked at Zhang Yang, and Zhang Yang immediately said, "Go together." When the 3 left the dungeon hall, a middle-aged man in the dark nodded to the 2 people around him, and the 3 followed behind. After a few minutes, a professional figure appeared from the vortex of the dungeon, and several pieces of legendary equipment on his body shone with colorful brilliance. "Stand for several minutes. ? What about detection? Single quote. Professionals are dumbfounded. 6 p.m. I didn't expect the novice dungeon in the east of the city to clear the level in 2 minutes. Amazing. It's a pity that there is no hell level record in the North City dungeon, and I don't know what happened to Brother Ting. Maybe he's just tired. Let's take a rest at a nearby hotel. As soon as the notification is triggered, we'll pay our respects to Brother Ting's achievements." "It is good." Wang Hai and Li Wei looked at Zhang Yang again. "Zhang Yang, go together. ... Regent Hotel. Help us open a 3-person room." The young lady raised her head and glanced at the 3 of them. "Sorry, only twin rooms. 2 people, just 2 people." The 3 of them didn't care about it and went through the formalities directly. How did they come here? Single quote. Just after getting out of the elevator, Yi Ting was taken aback when he saw the backs of the 3 of them, and then whispered to Estes beside him, "Let's order takeaway." "Takeout. Good. Press the floor button to return to the room." 8:55 p.m. Yi Ting, who ordered 100 caddies of beast meat to feed Estes, landed on the professional forum, and the live treasure chest post was still topped. As time went by, there were thousands of comments every minute. At 9 o'clock, the theme content was refreshed, and a video was saved on the host, and Yi Ting opened it immediately. In the video, there are 6 treasure chests placed on a desk. After a while, the two perfect treasure chests burst into golden light and turned into two golden perfect equipment, a two-handed sword, and a wrist. At the end of the video, awaiting continue for 10 minutes. After closing the video, Yi Ting leaned back on the seat and squinted his eyes. Really open. What exactly is his intention? Single quote. ... Yangcheng, the roof of a certain hotel. It's opened, it's a real treasure chest. But could it be a trap? Looking to the opposite side, through a window on a certain floor, one could clearly see that there were originally 6 treasure chests on the table, 2 of which had been opened by the teenager in the room, and the golden light sword, turning into 2 pieces of equipment. Use the detection technique to determine the identity first. It is good. Detection technique. Name: Yi Ting. Occupation: Beast Master. Level: Level 5. Then quickly glanced at the genius profiles of the major high schools in Yangcheng. Yi Ting, Beast Master, Level 5, name and occupation match the first grade information of Yangcheng number 1 middle school. I didn't expect it to be him, come on. The boy in the hotel room found that someone was using the detection technique on him, immediately put away the treasure box on the table, rushed out of the room, and then jumped out of the window in the corridor. The magic circle in the sky was obvious. A griffin jumped out of the magic circle, flying out quickly, catching the falling boy, flapping his wings fiercely, and flying towards the distance. Detection technique. Family beast. Griffin. Level: Level 112. It turns out that I contracted a Tier 4 griffin, no wonder I can get through the dungeon in 2 minutes. As for why he was able to contract a Tier 4 ferocious beast just after he changed his job, the middle-aged man didn't doubt it. He didn't have any ability against the sky, so how could it be possible to get through the hell-level dungeon in 2 minutes? It is only reasonable if it is beyond common sense. Everyone give it to me. Professionals hiding around the hotel showed up one after another, chasing after the griffin flying away. Wait for them to chase away. Nearly 100 professionals showed up near the hotel, followed slowly in a fan shape, and one of them, a middle-aged man wearing gorgeous armor, seemed to be the leader and said into the earphone. Group A has led all the lurking personnel to the ambush position and is about to complete the encirclement. No trace of Uthoni Bell has been found. ... The other side. Group B successfully led most of the lurking personnel to the ambush position. They are encircling and suppressing, and no trace of Bell has been found. Group C successfully lured all the lurking personnel to the ambush site. The siege has been completed and the siege is being carried out by force. No trace of Bell has been found. Group D's plan failed, and they are encircling and suppressing by force, and there is no trace of Bell. Group E, Group F, Group G. Sitting on the top of a certain tower, Lu Yan, who was listening to the report, murmured. Neither. Where did Bell go? Take out your phone and dial a number. Where's Yi Ting? Did you find it? A girl came from the mobile phone. No, there is no information about his stay in Yangcheng. Lu Yan frowned and said. Are you at a friend's house? According to the information, Zhang Xiaoxuan, the only acquaintance, is already monitoring, and there is no sign of contact with Yi Ting. If you find Yi Ting's trace, please notify me immediately. After finishing the call, Lu Yan narrowed his eyes and murmured. That kid is missing too, nothing will happen. ... Regent Hotel. ? Not updated anymore. What happened? Sitting in front of the computer, Yi Ting refreshed the post about opening the treasure chest from time to time, but after 10 minutes passed, the post was still not updated and there were a bunch of cursing posts below. Suddenly, bang, there was the sound of glass shattering upstairs. Yi Ting and Estes looked out of the window suddenly, and saw several figures jumping out of the upstairs window with several people, running towards the woods in the north. Upstairs. Isn't this Li Hui's room? Single quote. Yi Ting immediately turned his head and said. Estes, do you see clearly? Estes saw them in the copy hall, nodded and said. It's the master's classmate. It's really them. Yi Ting's pupils shrank. Why were they kidnapped? Single quote. I couldn't help but think of the information on the professional forum that someone used the detection technique wantonly. Has my identity been exposed? Single quote. Is it because they last touched me? Single quote. Without thinking too much, Yi Ting turned his head and said. Go. Go and have a look. It is good. Estes jumped out of the window first, followed by Yi Ting. The speed of the two was not fast, and they tried their best to control the sound of their steps. After running for a kilometer or two, they came to the depths of the woods. About 100 meters away, there was a tearing sound, and the two quickly came to hide behind a big tree. I saw more than a dozen figures in armor and robes in the distance, obviously all of them were combat professionals. Wang Hai, who still has a Chinese character face, has collapsed to the ground. And Li Wei was stepped on the head by a middle-aged man. If you don't want to die, just say it, Li Wei faintly said with a trembling voice. Brother, we really don't know. It seems that you will stop crying when you see the coffin. The middle-aged man showed a gloomy look on his face, and stabbed down fiercely with the long sword in his hand. The long sword pierced his thigh, and Li Wei couldn't help but scream in pain. Yi Ting, who was hiding in the dark, couldn't help shrinking his pupils, but he didn't act rashly. Say, tell me what you know, who is it? Li Wei tremblingly said. Brother, please let us go, we really don't know, I was just talking nonsense at the door of the copy. It really is looking for me. Single quote. Although vague, Yi Ting has identified their goals. It's just that my identity was not exposed, but they leaked some rumors. I saw the middle-aged man raised his eyebrows. I didn't expect it to be a hard bone. After finishing speaking, his face became ruthless, and he pulled out the long sword fiercely, and the bright red blood splashed out from Li Hui's thigh. Clasping his thighs tightly with his hands, blood seeped from between his fingers. Li Wei kept panting heavily. He knew that he would soon lose too much blood and die. The fear of death was constantly eroding his heart. The middle-aged man snorted coldly. See how long you can hold your tongue. Ignoring Li Wei, the middle-aged man gave a signal, and the two professionals immediately lifted Wang Hai and Zhang Yang, who had passed out, and punched them hard in the abdomen. Their bodies arched immediately and their eyes popped out. What about you? As long as you reveal the identity of that professional, I will spare your life. While speaking, the middle-aged man gestured behind him. The two people who woke up from the coma followed their eyes and saw Li Wei, who was lying in a pool of blood. His eyes gradually lost their vitality. Wang Hai and Zhang Yang suddenly shrank their pupils, and a strong fear rose in their hearts. Then the phone rang. After glancing at the caller ID, the middle-aged man answered the call immediately. Lord Nei Bell. Bell's voice came from the phone. Tension, how are you doing? Zhang Li glanced at the three of them and said. 3 insiders have been caught, but they haven't spoken yet. How about you, Mr. Bell, have you caught anyone? On the phone, Bell said. It has been confirmed that all of them are traps of the Dragon Kingdom. People from various countries have suffered heavy casualties. Don't say anything, just send me a location, and I will bring people over right away. It's their turn not to speak in front of the illusionist. It is good. Tension hangs up the phone. Dark place. Trap. Is this the Long Kingdom official using the notification I triggered to set up a bureau? Single quote. The voice of the phone was very clear in this secluded forest. Yi Ting's eyes flickered, and he remembered the treasure box opening post on the professional forum and various posts pretending to be him. Of course, he believed that there were many other layouts that he didn't know about, otherwise it would be impossible for the other party to be easily fooled with just a few posts, resulting in heavy casualties. It's just that I didn't expect that the Dragon Kingdom officials would work hard for me. Single quote. As a time traveler, he didn't have any sense of belonging to this world, so when he encountered any problems, he never considered that someone would help him. Just like before, when he knew that the Longtang Guild was willing to pay a high price to recruit him into the guild, he only thought that there must be other forces willing to pay the same price to get rid of him, but he didn't expect that the Dragon Kingdom officials behind him would also protect him. His arsenic, my honey. Now he wakes up, he is not alone. Looking at Estes, Yi Ting communicated through the contract, telepathically. Can it be killed? Can. Estes nodded. Far away. Bah. Wang Hai spat out bloody phlegm in one gulp. You actually unite with the people to persecute our Long Kingdom people, lackeys. Kill me. Taunting classmates, coveting vanity, and jealousy are the nature of a teenager. Now that he knows that the Dragon Kingdom is laid out by Yi Ting, betraying Yi Ting is equivalent to betraying the Dragon Kingdom. He would rather die than surrender in the face of major issues related to the righteousness of the nation. A mouthful of phlegm slipped from his face, and the middle-aged man was stunned. He never thought that the kid in front of him would dare to spit at him. Bah! The same mouthful of bloodshot phlegm spit out from Zhang Yang's mouth. That's right, runners, kill us. We Dragon Kingdom officials will not let you go. After being spit up twice, the middle-aged man felt a strong anger in his heart, which made his body tremble uncontrollably. I can't wait to kill the two of them with one sword. But the intelligence hasn't come out yet, and Bell is on his way again. Traitor, runner, kill, haha, we are waiting for you below. Li Wei fell into a pool of blood, the blood continued to drain, and the fear of impending death drove Li Wei into madness. The professionals present looked at each other in blank dismay. Crazy, really crazy. Tenshin turned around sharply, holding the long sword high in his hand. You are almost dead, and you are still so stubborn, then I will take you first. Dark place. Esdeath. Boom. A huge bang sounded, the ground cracked, and Esdeath appeared in front of Zhang Li in an instant, slashing the long sword in his hand. When, Zhang Li's pupils shrank, and he quickly blocked the sword in front of him. Clang. Weapons collided. Tenshin suddenly felt a huge force coming, and the body couldn't help sliding back tens of meters. The right hand holding the sword was numb from the shock, and the tiger's mouth burst. Esdeath did not pursue, instead swung the long sword in his hand at the other two professionals, and there was a flash of icy coldness. Kai. Two heads flew up, and blood gushed out from the neck. Ding. Killing a second-tier professional, the crime value will be increased by 10. The name of the professional will be displayed above the head in the form of a yellow name. Killing a second-tier professional, the crime value will be increased by 10. The name of the professional will be displayed above the head in the form of a red name. Is this red? Life is not quantified in this world. If you cut off your head, you will still die. Of course, the premise is that the defense can be broken. It's the girl next to Yi Ting, she's so strong. Seeing Esdeath, Wang Hai and the three immediately recognized the girl who was following Yi Ting in the dungeon hall today, but before she could feel joy, she grabbed her by the collar and backed away quickly, coming to Yi Ting's side. From shooting, killing, to rescuing the three, the process took only a few seconds, Yi Ting said quickly. Esdeath, transform, take off. Yes. The light on Esdeath's body soared, and the transformation was completed in an instant. Yi Ting quickly jumped onto the dragon's back. The frost dragon grabbed Wang Hai and the three with one claw, and turned them into ice sculptures. Fan, the strong wind and frost swept out, and the body suddenly lifted into the air. With his right hand in front of his forehead, resisting the frost, Zhang Li felt suffocated. It turned out to be a giant frost dragon. Let's go. The frost dragon is the ultimate body, at least the 9th level. Esdeath just showed his form, scaring the courage of everyone, and they fled in all directions. Want to go? 10 meters high in the air, Yi Ting raised his eyebrows. Esdeath, extremely cold beam. Blue light suddenly burst out from the mouth of the frost dragon, and the ice element quickly condensed, and then turned into an ice blue beam and shot out. Zhang Li and the other professionals were horrified. Boom. Ding. Killing a second-tier professional, the crime value will be increased by 10. Killing a third-tier professional, the crime value will be increased by 10. The crime value exceeds 100, and the name of the professional will be displayed above the head in crimson. There is still one who has not died yet, Yi Ting frowned and said. Esdeath. Violence rose from the eyes of the frost giant dragon, and the output of magic power increased sharply. The ice blue beam exploded and turned into an ice blue beam of light. Boom. Ding. Killing a tier 4 professional, the crime value will be increased by 10. It turned out to be a tier 4 powerhouse. No wonder it is so strong. The system prompts that there are exactly 12 people. Yi Ting pulled the hood of the Rafa robe and said. Estes, let it go to the sky. The frost dragon raised its head, and the icy blue beam of light shot straight into the sky. A tower top, that is. Seeing the icy blue beam of light rising in the distance, Lu Yan squinted his eyes and pressed the headset. Whose signal is near the novice dungeon in the north of the city? A reply came quickly from the headset. Group A is not signaling. Group B did not signal. Group C, wait for all reports to be completed. Neither. Interesting. Lu Yan raised his eyebrows. Since it's not our signal, then it's right to go. Single quote. Thinking of this, his body turned into a fiery flame, and with a bang, an air explosion sounded. Lu Yan dragged his tail flame like a meteor, and flew towards the position where the beam of light rose at a supersonic speed. Seeing the beam of light shooting straight into the sky, the running knee bell and dozens of professionals paused. Lord Nay Bell, a professional said, it seems that the tension has been discovered by the Dragon Kingdom, Bell narrowed his eyes and said, since the Dragon Kingdom sent out a signal, it means their situation is not optimistic. Go, hurry up and snatch them away before the reinforcements from the Dragon Kingdom arrive. Yes. Okay, Estes, land. Landed in the whole frozen forest. The frost giant put down the 3 people who had turned into ice sculptures, and with a flash of light from their bodies, they turned back into human forms. Yi Ting also didn't want Estes to unblock them. Anyway, the 3 of them were seriously injured, so they used ice compresses, so that Li Wei wouldn't lose too much blood and die. Walking in front of the corpses, the equipment and props exploded all over the place. In this world, after a professional dies, all the equipment on his body will explode, and the props on the backpack will explode randomly. As for some nonsense, ordinary clothes, daily necessities, etc., non-props without attributes and profiles will not be exposed. And each profession can wear 10 to 11 pieces of equipment. The difference lies in one-handed weapon professions, and two-weapon professions, such as tanks with swords and shields. In other words, if you kill a professional, you can at least reap all the equipment on your body. After killing 12 people, more than 100 pieces of equipment exploded. The value cannot be estimated, but at least tens of millions, or even hundreds of millions. No wonder it is said to kill and set fire to the gold belt. Yi Ting's backpack only has 100 spaces, and if he was the only one, he wouldn't be able to pick it all up. Fortunately, Estes, who has a faceplate, also has a backpack after being transformed into a god-level talent. Picked them all up, and roughly estimated that there are more than 130 pieces of equipment and 2 skill books. Unfortunately, the equipment quality is too poor. Most are blue excellent and green excellent. There are only a dozen pieces of purple excellence. There are only 2 pieces of golden equipment. Twilight robe, golden perfection. Level. 2nd level. Defense. 101 to 115, Spirit plus 2-4, Agility plus 2-3, Defense plus 4%. Requirement. Spirit 600. Except for Agility, the other 2 attributes have reached the upper limit, and the special attribute is added to Defense, which just makes up for the shortcomings of the mage's low defense. Keep it. If there is no better equipment, this will be my 2nd level magic robe. Single quote. She looked away happily, and put her eyes on the next piece of golden equipment. Wandering Sword, Golden Perfection. Level. Tier 4. Attack. 411 to 440, Strength plus 4-2, Agility plus 4-4, damage increased by 7.5%. Requirement. Strength 1800. This should be the weapon of tension. It is worthy of being a golden perfect 4th level weapon. The attack alone has reached 400 plus. The 3 attributes are the lowest, medium, and highest. It is also considered a top-quality weapon among the 4th level weapons. A sword is worth more than 10 million dragon coins. But there is no rush to sell it. If there is no better long sword, it can be used by Estes or the future Beast Master at that time. Single quote. Give this long sword a thumbs up. It's a pity that the best pieces of equipment released are these 2 golden pieces, and there is no one above dark gold. No wonder you're acting like a dog to Hajong. Single quote. Secretly complained. I was about to check 2 skill books. I picked them up in a hurry. One of the faint skills seemed to be the skill of a beast master, but before I had time to check it, Estheth's voice sounded from my heart. Master, someone is here. Coming. Is it official? Or Nikki Bell? Single quote. Not sure about the power of the person coming, Yi Ting telepathically said through the contract. Hide first. The 2 quickly hid behind a big tree that was frozen. With a big red name on his head, it would be fine if he came from the Dragon Kingdom official, but if it was a foreign force, he didn't want to expose it without knowing the opponent's strength. Soon, dozens of professionals appeared, and a middle-aged man in white armor, who seemed to be the leader, looked at the frozen woods and frowned. Then he noticed Zhang Li's corpse. His pupils shrank, and he said decisively, "Withdraw." As soon as the words fell, the tens of meters of professionals quickly retreated. Dark place. Is this Nick Bell? Why hasn't the Dragon Kingdom official yet appeared? Single quote. Seeing that the other party fled away without careful investigation, Yi Ting was relieved and anxious at the same time. Suddenly, a huge fireball stopped suddenly in the sky, and then the flames subsided, turning into a middle-aged man in his early 30s standing in midair, and the ear-piercing sound of breaking through the sky was long overdue. Before the sound arrives, the people have arrived. Supersonic flight. Single quote. Yi Ting, who was hiding in the dark, was shocked. The other side. Seeing the middle-aged man in the sky, Bell was shocked. How could he appear in Yangcheng? He didn't dare to think too much, his speed suddenly soared, and he fled far away. The middle-aged man in the sky curled his mouth. "Ni Bell, did you run when you saw me coming?" While speaking, the flames surrounded the body, turning into a hot fireball in an instant. Boom. With a bang, accompanied by the sound of breaking through the air, the fireball fell at supersonic speed. Boom. Like a meteorite impact, a huge roar sounded. The whole ground shook violently, the solid ice cracked inch by inch, and a mushroom cloud with a diameter of hundreds of meters, like the sun, rose suddenly, illuminating the entire forest as brightly as day. Dark place. Is this the strong man of our Dragon Kingdom? Single quote. Seeing the power of the middle-aged man's casual strike, Yi Ting couldn't help feeling overwhelmed, and his eyes shone with an inexplicable brilliance. Estes couldn't help but narrow his eyes, and said in a deep voice, "This person is very strong." The fiery red mushroom cloud converged in the distance, and a giant pit with a diameter of hundreds of meters and a depth of tens of meters appeared on the ground. Dozens of professionals were directly reduced to ashes, and equipment shining with various colors was scattered all over the giant pit. Only Bell, who was scorched all over and seriously injured, was still barely standing, retreated tremblingly, and said in a tearful voice, "Lu Yan, just a newcomer, is it worth your shot?" Disbelief, fear, despair. Dark place. Lu Yan. Single quote. Yi Ting's pupils shrank. Immediately look at the top of the middle-aged man's head. Really, two characters of Lu Yan that were crimson like ink stood on top of the middle-aged man's head shining brightly. He can't think of it either. Only 2 network-wide notifications were triggered. Let the blazing god of war of the Dragon Kingdom come to Yangcheng in person. This sense of security, far away, you say it's worth it. As long as it's about the Dragon Kingdom, there's nothing worth it or not. Lu Yan stretched out his right hand and grasped it. Fiery flames wrapped in colorful light suddenly rose in his hand. A 2-handed sword with a length of about 2 meters, a blade of 1.8 meters, and a width of about 60 centimeters appeared in his hand. With a flick of the big sword, the flame faded, and his eyes narrowed. "I'm here to remind you that this is not a land where cats and dogs can set foot on at will. 8th rank, you are not qualified." As soon as the words fell, he waved the giant sword with both hands, and a fiery slash in the shape of a half-moon burst out. "No, Lu Yan, you can't kill me." Seeing the 100-meter-long blazing slash rushing towards him, Bell said in horror, "I am Michaels." Before he could finish speaking, Bell was cut in half by the powerful slash. Before the blood gushed out, he was melted by the hot flames. An 8th-level powerhouse, the curtain came to an end. "Hey, Michael, if he dares to set foot in the Dragon Kingdom, I will kill him." The giant sword in both hands turned into flames and disappeared, and the equipment scattered all over the place automatically gathered in front of Lu Yan. He took a rough look and raised his eyebrows. Second career credentials. It seems that Zhang Li was bought by this. Single quote. Without thinking too much, I directly put all the equipment and props into the backpack. Yi Ting, who was watching from a distance, was stunned for a while. Can you still pick up equipment with one click? Single quote. Lu Yan killed not 100, but 80 people. There are thousands of equipment and props. How big is his backpack? Have you used at least a dozen expansion cards? Single quote. The world boss can release a backpack expansion card, the market price is around 10 million, and the capacity can be expanded by 50 spaces. At this time, Lu Yan turned his head to look in the direction of Yi Ting. Boy, come out. After Lu Yan came, Yi Ting didn't try to hide anymore. Now that he heard what he said, he didn't hesitate. He came out from behind the tree and said, Land God of War, it really is Yi Ting. Single quote. Glancing at his red name, Lu Yan raised his eyebrows, turned into a flame, and came to Yi Ting in an instant, gestured to Zhang Li's corpse, and said, Tension, did you kill them? Stopping Estes, who was about to stand in front of him, Yi Ting gestured to the Frozen Three, saying, They kidnapped my classmate and even killed the killer. I have no choice but to take action. I hope Lu Zhanshan can help me eliminate the crime value. Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. It turned out that he really killed him. Kill tier 4 just after changing jobs. Why not go to heaven? Single quote. Lu Yan was shocked in his heart, but he didn't show it on his face. He glanced at the ice sculpture. Confirming that there are still signs of life, he praised. Yes, there is love and righteousness. Zhang Li's act of colluding with the crowd has constituted treason. I will arrange for someone to characterize the case, and the crime value will be eliminated soon. As for your classmates, there will be special personnel to treat and rescue them later. Officials of countries in this world can intervene in the red name system to a small extent. As long as homicide cases occur within their territory, their officials can identify the case through the government affairs system, thereby helping professionals eliminate the crime value. Otherwise, when hostile forces invade, most of the official personnel will have a big red name. Look, Lu Yan himself bears a crimson red name. Similarly, if there is elimination, there will be aggravation. The cost of killing in this world is also extremely high. As long as the crime value is generated by killing, the official can issue an arrest warrant through the government affairs system after the murderer is determined before the crime value is eliminated. Once the arrest warrant is issued, even if the crime value it's useless to eliminate it over time, unless you escape from the country, otherwise in the territory under the official jurisdiction, you will have the prefix of the wanted criminal on your head. However, the official cannot check the crime value out of thin air, only through investigation. If the murderer cannot be identified before the crime value disappears, then the system can no longer be used to issue wanted orders. Of course, there are no restrictions on arrests by conventional means such as newspapers and the internet. Paused, Lu Yan turned his gaze to Estes again. Is this your ice attribute beast? Did you use the transformation fruit to transform? Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. What are phantoms? Such a high-end prop, how can Yi Ting, a newcomer, know? He just nodded in silence. This kid is dishonest. Single quote. Thinking of this, Lu Yan didn't care. Everyone has secrets, and he has no intention of exploring them. Taking a last deep look at Estes, he said, You have attracted the attention of all countries. It is impossible for us to send someone to protect you 24 hours a day. Even if we could, I believe you would not be willing. And low-level beast masters don't have much fighting ability. No matter how strong the beast master is, it is impossible. I will protect you 100% and take care of you. As a professional, you need strong power to belong to yourself. These two are given to you. I believe you will not let me down. I look forward to seeing you next time. After finishing speaking, he threw out a metal and spar, his body turned into flames, soared into the sky, and disappeared into the sky. Estes handed the metal and spar to Yi Ting, saying, Master, don't worry, I will try my best to protect you. A swearing look. Yi Ting nodded and smiled. Of course, I know, but I also hope to have stronger strength, so that I can fight side by side with you, Estes. Hearing what Yi Ting said, Estes smiled. After a little reassurance, Yi Ting checked the metal given by Lu Yan. Prop. Camouflage metal. Camouflage information. Appearance, so that ordinary detection techniques cannot obtain the real information of professionals. P.S. Level camouflage cannot exceed professional level. Yi Ting's eyes lit up. Ding. Please set the camouflage information. Note. Once set, it cannot be changed. Hearing the prompt, Yi Ting pondered for a while, and then tried to type. Name. Profession. Grade. Silently confirm. Ding. Information setting successful. Do you want to continue setting the appearance? That's okay too. Single quote. It seems that this camouflage metal can not only be used as camouflage, but also can be used to shield detection, which is a good thing. Single quote. As for appearance, single quote, Yi Ting thought about it, but decided not to set it up for now. It is not needed now, but it can be set according to the situation when it is needed. What's more, with the camouflage metal, who knows if this is his real appearance? Ding. Professional selection will not be set for the time being. Will the disguised information take effect immediately? Effective immediately. Single quote. Ding. Information camouflage has taken effect. Note. You can cancel the camouflage at any time. The appearance has not yet been set, can be supplemented. Listening to the prompt, Yi Ting nodded in satisfaction. Keep your eyes on the next item. Props. Second career credentials. Use the voucher to open the second job task, complete the task, and start the second job. If the task fails, the voucher will disappear. Requirement. Level 30. Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. It turned out to be a second job certificate. Single quote. Yi Ting was stunned. The second career certificate can only be revealed in the World Boss. The explosion rate is extremely low, and the task is extremely difficult, and those who can successfully complete the task and open the second career are all well-known figures in various countries. Lu Yan is one of them. After successfully opening the second job, not only can you learn the skills of the second job, but also have 10 more fixed attributes for each level. Single occupation is 10 points fixed, 10 points free, a total of 20 attributes. For dual professions, 20 points are fixed and 10 points are free, for a total of 30 attributes. A full 1/3 more attributes. The boss is the boss. Shot is generous. Single quote. Like Lu Yan in his heart, Yi Ting excitedly put the voucher into his backpack. Ding. Professionals kill objects that are classified as criminals by the country they belong to, and the crime value is cleared. Congratulations for obtaining the Dragon Kingdom merit, 5,000 points. The meritorious service has reached the 6th level standard of the Dragon Kingdom. Congratulations for upgrading to the 6th level citizen level. The sin value is eliminated so quickly. Single quote. Give me merit. Single quote. The citizenship level has been raised to level 6. Single quote. Yi Ting's face beamed with joy. Merit serves two purposes. The first one is to exchange equipment and props with the official. Some are rarely circulated in the market, or even none, and the official basically has them. As the largest authority in a country, its treasure house is naturally not comparable to some folk forces. The second is to raise the rank of citizens. There are 10 levels of citizenship. Starting from level 1 2%. Every time you go up a level, you can increase all attributes by 2%, up to 20%. This civic system exists in every country, not unique to Dragon Country. It is not conspicuous when the rank is low, but at a high rank, 20% is equal to hundreds, thousands of attributes. Of course, there are restrictions, and it can only take effect within the territory of Dragon Kingdom. This is why Lu Yan dared to say that Michael, the #1 powerhouse in the group, did not dare to set foot in the Dragon Kingdom. As for whether Lu Yan dared to set foot in Hezhong, Yi Ting didn't know. There are also 2 ways to obtain meritorious service. The first is by completing officially released missions, but the rewards are not many. The second is to kill the criminals of the Dragon Kingdom. Starting from the 100 points of merit for a first-level professional criminal, the merit will be doubled every time the criminal's strength rises to 1 level. Yi Ting just killed 7 Tier 2, 4 Tier 3 and 1 Tier 4, exactly 5,000 points. The feats required for each level of citizens correspond to the head of a criminal of the same level. To be able to directly kill a 10th level powerhouse, the citizen level will naturally rise to 10th level in seconds. Of course there will be no such monsters. Professionals who can reach the 10th level are all extremely talented. In a battle between the 10th level, it may be difficult to tell the winner for 3 days and 3 nights. Dragon Kingdom Citizen. Level 6. Dragon Kingdom, all attributes increased by 12%. Yi Ting looked at his citizen level and was delighted in his heart. Without Estes, I don't know when he will be promoted to the 6th level. At least, he has not heard of anyone who can become a 6th level citizen at the 1st level, not at the 2nd level. Suddenly, there was the sound of beasts in the sky, and a griffin appeared in the sky. Is it the official staff that Lu Yan mentioned? Single quote. Yi Ting's gaze was fixed, and death guarded him behind him. I saw the griffin circling in the sky, and after confirming its position, a female voice came. Yi Ting, you must have frozen wounded here. I was sent by Boss Liu. Right. Being able to call out the name and name the injured person who was frozen, Yi Ting also confirmed her identity. After a while, the griffin landed, and a professional with Yi Ting's appearance jumped off the beast master. Question mark. Estes was taken aback. Yi Ting's heart moved slightly. Is this pretending to be my layout? Single quote. He probably understood something, he said. You don't have to look like me anymore. Ah, sorry. Only then did the professional react, and his body changed into a lowly girl wearing black-rimmed glasses and about 1.5 meters tall. She scratched her head and said, My name is Xu Xian. Because I'm a beast master, I'm disguising you for tonight's operation. I received a mission from Boss Liu just after the operation ended. I forgot to remove the disguise for a while, sorry. Really? Single quote. Yi Ting moved slightly in his heart, and tentatively said, Isn't the official just pretending to be me? Xu Xian thought he was worried, so she comforted her. You're fine. In your high schools in Yangcheng, the more famous geniuses have arranged personnel to disguise themselves. We have killed them all. You don't have to worry about angering you. It seems that Lu Yan didn't tell her about my situation. Single quote. Thinking of this, Yi Ting gestured behind the tree and said, Where are the frozen wounded, please? No trouble, just serve the people. Miss Xu Xian waved her hand, and then activated her skills. Call of the Beast. There was a magic circle beside him, and a four-winged angel flew out of the magic circle. Shaoshan, help those people unfreeze and treat them. Angel. As soon as Yi Ting's eyes lit up, he subconsciously wanted to use the blood eye to detect it, but he was worried that he would be noticed, so he immediately dismissed the idea and asked instead. Sister Xu Xian, you angel. You also want to contract an angel, don't you? Knowing what Bai Yeting meant, Xu Xian introduced. There is no such thing in the wild. There are only 4 angel secret realms inhabiting angels in the world. In each secret realm is inhabiting a 10th level animal level 12 winged angel, and the secret realm is named after it. We, the Dragon Kingdom demons, all have a plus in Bailey Angel secret realm. The lowest level of angels in it is tier 2, and as for the angel cubs, it's very expensive. Magic City Gabriel Angel secret realm. Keep it in mind silently, Yi Ting said curiously. How expensive are angel cubs? Xu Xian. The bloodlines almost start at 100 million. The first and second stages of the angel's infancy, with 2 wings. The third and fourth stages of growth are 4 wings. The fifth and sixth stages of maturity are 6 wings. The 7th and 8th steps of the complete body are 8 wings. The 90th level of the ultimate body is the 10 wings. But if it is the ultimate body of the beast level, then it is the 12 wings. Of course, not all angels can evolve to the ultimate body, which requires blood and talent. In the 200 years since the beast came, there are only 4 angel secret realms in the world that each have a beast level 12 winged angel. So far, there is no record of a professional person successfully killing it. Quote. 100 million. Also poor blood. Excuse me. Xu Xian said. You should have just contracted a beast master just after you changed your job. It's better to choose a defensive beast master for the second beast master, so as to better ensure your own safety. Yi Ting humbly asks, Sister Xu Xian, do you have any suggestions for defensive beasts? Defensive beast familiar, from Yangcheng. Xu Xian thought for a while and said, You can go to the ghost battlefield in the north to try your luck. There are mainly ghosts holding various weapons. Among them, the shield ghost has first-class defense. But if you don't have any special ability to distinguish potentials, I still suggest you buy it directly. One with a good bloodline, at least a 5th-order direct descendant. After a short pause, she said seriously. Humans and beast masters both have feelings. You have to think about it. One day in the future, when your level continues to increase, but the beast master is stuck at a certain level and cannot be improved, how do you treat the beast master that accompanied you when you grew up? Quote. Leave it in the cold. It hurts the beast master. Reckless to let it advance. It hurts itself. Many beast masters have a deep relationship with the beast, and they can't bear it, and they end up wasting their lives. So you have to think carefully. If you can't be cold-blooded, don't contract ordinary beasts, otherwise, you will only harm yourself. I see. Xu Xian will not know that he has a god-level talent. The reminder is out of good intentions, Yi Ting humbly accepts. Thank you, Sister Xu Xian, for reminding me. A child can be taught. Xu Xian nodded in approval, and then said curiously. By the way, Yi Ting, what is your first royal beast? Yi Ting blinked, hesitated and said. Frost. Well, now it's level 7, so it's a young dragon. Exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark. Play it. I said a lot, and in the end you told me that the first beast was the frost drake. Oh, I'm sore, she said embarrassingly. The first imperial beast is a descendant of the 10th order bloodline, and it is very likely to advance to the 10th order in the future, with the strength of a 10th order divine beast. It seems that you don't look down on ordinary imperial beasts, it's useless. Generally, beast masters with strength and background have requirements for beast masters above the 5th order overlord level. Tier 5 overlord level is enough to kill tier 6 elites, and tier 7 ordinary. At the beginning, her family spent more than 200 million dragon coins to buy a 6th order overlord level griffin offspring as her first royal beast. The bloodline of the 6th order overlord level is already the descendant of the highest bloodline circulating on the market. Only the auction house has the bloodline descendants of the 6th order legendary level, the beast level, and the 7th level overlord level. Most people are not qualified to listen to the descendants of the 7th level legendary level, the beast level, and the 8th level overlord level. The descendants of the 8th level legendary level, the beast level, and the 9th level overlord level are basically exclusive to the big bosses. As long as they appear, the entire circle of beast masters will be shaken. As for the 10th order overlord, never heard of it. Not to mention the descendants of the 10th order beast level. Today is the first time that Xu Xian has contracted a descendant of the bloodline of a 10th order divine beast. But she had no doubts. After all, it is the task object that Lu Yan personally explained. And many more. He won't be the illegitimate son of some top 10th rank boss, right? There are no more than 10 frost dragons in the world's 10th tier mythical beasts. If there is no 10th tier professional who ventures deep into the lair to capture them, a professional whose parents have both died and has just changed jobs, how can he contract the frost young dragon? The more I think about it, the more I feel it is possible, otherwise Lu Yan would not have personally explained such a simple task. It must be that Lu Yan knows the people behind him, so he will take special care of him. As for the information, the bosses were all killed in the sea of corpses. Is it not fundamental to hide information about descendants? Xu Xian immediately said with bright eyes. Boss, do you have any descendants of ferocious beasts that you don't like? I don't ask too much. The descendants of the 6th and 7th order overlords are fine. If the blood of the 8th and 9th order overlords, I can accept the offspring of the collateral line, don't worry. I, Xu Xian, won't ask you for nothing, just give me a small discount, little, really little. As for the 10th order overlord, she doesn't even dare to fantasize. Selling beasts. Single quote. Yi Ting's heart skipped a beat. His first imperial beast was the frost dragon of the 10th level divine beast level, which made his psychological expectations for the imperial beast soar. He really doesn't like bloodlines of the 7th and 8th ranks. With the eye of blood detection, maybe he can really do this business. Putting away his thoughts, seeing that Li Wei and the others had lifted the ice, he said. I don't know if there is, why don't you add a contact information first? Okay, boss, I'll sweep you. Xu Xian immediately took out her phone and scanned Yi Ting's V letter. She doesn't have extravagant requirements for system friend slots. Professionals can only add 100 system friends, each of which is extremely precious, so the mainstream contact method in this world is still a mobile phone. After adding V letter as a friend, Xu Xian was very happy. At this time, Wang Hai and Zhang Yang woke up faintly. Li Wei was seriously injured and hadn't woken up yet. Seeing Yi Ting, the two looked excited. Not a dream. They are saved. Just about to say something, they saw Yi Ting shaking his head slightly, and the two of them held back the words that came to their mouths. Did you encounter ice-type professionals? Looking at the injuries of the two, Xu Xian was curious, paused, then looked at Li Hui's injuries and said in confusion. But it's not right. This ice seal is more like protecting the injured person so that he won't lose too much. It is true that there are ice-type professionals, but it is my beast that freezes them. Yi Ting is false and real. Oh, Xu Xian suddenly understood. Frost Drake is awesome. After a while, under the treatment of the four-winged angel, Li Wei recovered from his injuries, but he was still not awake. Xu Xian said. He lost too much blood in his body. He didn't wake up so quickly even after his injury healed, but don't worry, you just take him back to rest, sleep for a night, and he will wake up almost tomorrow. Yi Ting said. Okay, thank you. Wang Hai and Zhang Yang also expressed their gratitude, and they were relieved to know that Li Wei was fine. After tonight, their friendship was counted as fate. Yi Ting, the task is completed, then I will go first. Xu Xian took the four-winged angel back to the beast familiar space, and said. Remember to contact me as soon as possible. If there is, I must contact you. Yi Ting didn't have enough to say. After waiting for Xu Xian, he jumped onto the griffin and flew away. Wang Heikai apologized. Yi Ting, I'm sorry, we leaked the wind by talking too much, and almost became sinners. What happened tonight was a good lesson for him. This world is more dangerous than he imagined, and if he is a little careless, he may be lost forever. Zhang Yang scanned the surrounding environment, nodded with lingering fear and said. Brother, take the risk to save us, thank you. Through the huge pit in the distance, the semi-melted frost on the ground, and the forest with fallen trees, he could also guess the intensity and danger of the battle just now. Never mind. Yi Ting, Wang Hai, Zhang Yang, and Li Wei looked at each other with admiration for the final toughness of the three, and he didn't care about the others, shaking his head and saying. Anyway, it's enough that you didn't reveal my identity. Let's go, don't stay here, and send Li Wei back first. It is good. Back to the Regent Hotel. After taking a shower, Yi Ting walked out of the bathroom wearing a bathrobe, wiped her hair with a towel in her right hand and said. Estes, you go take a shower. Estes was taken aback. Bath, master, I can't. Exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark. Yes, how could she? Yi Ting slapped his forehead and said. Come on, I'll teach you. After taking her into the bathroom, he briefly explained how to use the shower head, shower gel, shampoo, towels, bathrobe, etc., before Yi Ting exited and came to the bathroom. Looking at the only big bed in the room, he couldn't help thinking. How are you going to sleep tonight? Single quote. Listening to the sound of the shower coming from the bathroom, Estes humming, and the looming curve on the glass door, Yi Ting couldn't calm down no matter what. By the way, I haven't had time to check the skill book that was released tonight. Single quote. Yi Ting immediately turned his gaze to the backpack to divert his attention. Skill book. Cross Flash. Consume stamina and send out a cross attack. Professional requirements. Tier 2 Knight. Level 2 Knight skill book. Very nice and great value. Single quote. Different from mages and fighters, the use of skills consumes stamina. Eyes on to the next book. Skill book. Magic Power Surge. Consume mana, increase the mana recovery speed of the beast by 50%, and last for 30 minutes. Professional requirements. Beast Master. Sure enough, it's the Beast Master skill. Single quote. When picking it up, he vaguely knew that it was only the Beast Master skill, but he was too hasty to check it out. I have the SSS level talent, Love of the Beast, to increase the effect of auxiliary skills by 300%, which means that using this skill can increase the magic power recovery speed by 200%. Single quote. 50% plus 50% x triple equals 200%. You must know that the low-level magic potion is only plus 50%, the intermediate level is only plus 100%, and only the advanced level is plus 200%, which means that my auxiliary skill is even better than a high-level magic potion. Single quote. Yi Ting used the skill book decisively. Ding. Congratulations to the professional for learning the skill, Magic Power Surge. At this time, the bathroom door opened, which immediately attracted Yi Ting's attention. Looking at Estes, whose long blue hair was drenched, wearing a bathrobe, like a lotus, Yi Ting shook her head with a gift of magic power. Go up and try the effect. Ding. Trigger the SSS level talent. Love of the Beast. Within 30 minutes, the magic recovery speed of the Frost Dragon plus 200%. Estes was taken aback for a moment, feeling the increase in the magic power recovery in her body. Her eyes fluttered, she tapped her pink lips with her finger and said, Master, do you want to help me replenish my magic? The next day, the morning sun shines through the windowsill into the room. Yi Ting's eyelashes trembled slightly. The left hand is so numb, the right hand is so soft. A pair of eyes as black as ink and as deep as magnificent black gemstones slowly opened, and what came into view was a girl with ice blue hair and a sleeping smile. Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. It must be the wrong way to open my eyes. Single quote. Yi Ting, who was still in a daze, closed his eyes and then slowly opened them. Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. Memories of last night came to mind. Yi Ting slowly withdrew his right hand, and Estes seemed to have noticed something. His slender eyelashes trembled, and slowly opened his ice blue eyes. Eyes met, eyes intersected, Estes' lazy voice sounded. Master, are you awake? Yi Ting hummed lightly, maintaining his composure and said. Estes, it's past 7, let's get up. It is good. 9 o'clock in the morning of Longguo time. Commonwealth. Dragon Kingdom actually set up a trap and took the opportunity to kill us all professionals. All the people lurking in the Yangcheng dungeon were killed, and we lost 5 6th level and 1 8th level powerhouse. But although the trap was set by Longguo, the people in their group really mistook the pretender as the target, and Longguo started to kill first. If they don't do it, no matter how many traps Longguo has set up, it will be useless. In this matter, they are united in the wrong, and the Dragon Kingdom is in the position. If they don't want the two countries to go to war on a large scale, the dumb loss, the United Speaker can only swallow it alive. Ding. Congratulations to Dragon Kingdom professionals for obtaining an SSS rating in the Hell level novice dungeon. Come again. Someone, help me get Michael over here. Yes. The third network-wide announcement of the novice dungeon seemed to be mocking their overreaching last night, and severely stimulated the nerves of all countries. Dragon Country, the residents of the Dragon Nine Heavens Guild. Shen Longtang said, notify members of the guild to stop looking. A guild executive wondered, what's wrong, President? Shen Longtang sighed and said, Lu Yan issued a warning, he does not want the other party's identity to be exposed. The blazing war god Lu Yan. A high-level pupil shrank. Is this matter worth asking him personally? It seems that you don't know yet. Shen Longtang said quietly. Last night, Lu Yan personally led a team to appear in Yangcheng and killed tens of thousands of professionals. The personnel lurking near Yangcheng from various countries were almost wiped out in one pot, and many insiders were dug out. Our guild worked hard to find them with great fanfare, and he was warned emphatically. Gone. What's the meaning? A senior executive narrowed his eyes and said. Lu Yan doubts us. Why should he? Shen Longtang glanced around and said. In the eyes of the officials, it's normal for a guild like ours with loose management and mixed dragons and snakes to not be trusted. Anyway, this person has already been labeled as Lu Yan, and we have no chance. Hateful, one elder said angrily. The officials are worried that our growth will threaten their status. Suddenly, ding. Congratulations to Dragon Kingdom professionals for obtaining an SSS rating in the Hell level novice dungeon. Everyone looked at each other in blank dismay. A guild executive hesitated and said, President, are we really giving up? Lu Yan. Shen Longtang's eyes were fixed. I'm done talking. Dismiss the meeting. Yes. After all the members of the guild had left, Shen Longtang rubbed his temples, showing exhaustion. You're all dazzled by the false name of the 10th tier guild, are you still threatening? Hey, the real evildoer, it's all in the official. At the beginning, oh. A sigh. Dragon Kingdom, the capital city. The great elder propped his chin, smiled and said. Well, did you see someone? I see you. He's a nice guy. In order to save two classmates who used to make things difficult for him, he didn't hesitate to expose his identity. He's also very smart. He knew that Bell had come and specially sent out a signal to lead us over. Lu Yan lay on the rocking chair with his head in his hands, shaking comfortably. Oh, hearing Lu Yan's high evaluation, the great elder became more interested. How is the strength? The rocking chair stopped shaking, and Lu Yan played with taste. It can easily kill tier 4. Exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark. Even the great elder, who has been in a high position for many years and whose emotions are invisible, can't help being shocked. Ding! Congratulations to Dragon Kingdom professionals for obtaining an SSS rating in the Hell level Novice Dungeon. After hearing the system notification, the great elder recovered. By the way, I heard that you warned Shen Longtang. How is he? Lu Yan said. He's a smart guy now. Now. The old man chewed these 2 words, and said quietly. His knife, can you return it? Ah, Lu Yan sneered. Junli, he will kill me directly. That would be a pity. Sighing and shaking his head, he ended the topic. The great elder narrowed his eyes and turned to say. The global battlefield in October. At that time, there will be a good show to watch. The corner of Lu Yan's mouth curled up, his playfulness became more intense. ... Are you collecting equipment? After finishing the last novice dungeon, Hell level, and getting 3 treasure chests, Yi Ting has been promoted to level 6, and Estes has also been promoted to level 8. The 2 came to Yangcheng Trading Market, the largest equipment store. Peerless Divine Soldier. The store name is full of gimmicks. Hearing Yi Ting's words, the lady at the front desk said. Except, sir, what equipment do you want to sell? Yi Ting glanced at the cashier desk at the front desk and said. You can't let it go here. Question mark question mark question mark question mark. The front desk stared blankly at the 3-meter long and 1-meter wide cash register in front of him. Can't let go. Put a dozen or 20 pieces, no problem at all. Raising her head again, she hesitated. I don't know how many pieces you want to sell, sir. Yi Ting said calmly. About 100 pieces. Exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark. Big business. The lady at the front desk suddenly smiled, stood up and bowed slightly, making a gesture of invitation and said. Sir, this way please. Enthusiastically brought Yi Ting to the VIP room, the good tea was served, and the young lady said. Sir, I can't decide on a big deal. I'm going to ask the appraiser from our store. Please wait a moment. It is good. In less than a minute, a middle-aged man hurried in and said a few words of politeness. Yi Ting nodded to Esteth, and the 2 of them directly poured out all the equipment below the purple excellence in the backpack. Looking at the piles of equipment, the lowest quality is green and excellent equipment, the appraiser is convinced. This is big business. Half an hour later, the appraiser handed out a price list. Sir, the total is 49.83 million. I decide to make up the whole 50 million. Take a look. Yi Ting took the price list and glanced at it roughly. The first level green excellent equipment is about tens of thousands of dragon coins, the blue rare equipment is not worth 100,000 dragon coins, and the purple excellent equipment is hundreds of thousands, and the second level and third level equipment, every time you upgrade a level, you will increase dozens of percentage points. After a rough estimate, it was in line with psychological expectations. Yi Ting nodded and said. Good deal. Readily. The appraiser smiled, and both of them were very satisfied. Yi Ting's heart moved, thinking of Lu Yan picking up equipment, he curiously said. By the way, do you have the props that assist in picking up equipment? Big business again. The appraiser immediately nodded and said. Yes, this is called the equipment spirit. There are 3 levels, namely the range of 100 meters in diameter, the range of 500 meters in diameter and the range of 1 kilometer in diameter. Alright, do you need that? There are many fierce beasts outside the city, since you want to buy it, you should buy the best one, Yi Ting said decisively. 1 kilometer in diameter. The equipment was sold for 50 million, and another 10 million was spent on an equipment wizard, and there were 40 million left. Counting the previous scholarship, Yi Ting still has a huge sum of 51 million. Leaving the Peerless Divine Weapon equipment store, he took out the equipment spirit. Advanced Equipment Wizard. Pick up the equipment exploded by professionals within 1 kilometer. This is an elf-like prop. After silently using. Ding. Please set the pickup mode. Auto pickup. 1 key pickup with thoughts. Pick up by quality. Based on the literal meaning alone, Yi Ting understood the difference between the three modes, and after a moment of pondering, set it to pick it up automatically. Ding! The setting is successful. When a professional breaks out equipment, the equipment wizard will automatically pick up the equipment and put it in the professional's backpack. Very good. Finally saved the trouble of picking up equipment. Single quote. I am satisfied. Yi Ting came to the Magic Cheats skill bookstore. Boss, do you have a first-level skill book for Beastmasters? Have. The boss nodded and said. There are 3 skill books for the first rank of the Beastmaster, and we have them all in stock. Which one do you need? Yi Ting, who has done his homework, said. Physical Surge and Breath Restraint Technique. Okay. The boss took out the 2 skills and said. Shengwei 1.2 million. An average of 600,000 copies. Sure enough, no matter what the world is, without money, it is impossible to move an inch. Ordinary professionals would lose their fortunes buying a skill book. I want these too. With a huge sum of money in hand, Yi Ting made a quick decision, and then took out a Wind Elemental Mage skill book. How much is this? Whirlwind, a wind skill. The boss picked it up, looked at it, and said. Well, yes, hard currency, recover 650,000. Beastmasters have few professions and skill books are piled up, which is cheaper. However, there are more wind mages, skill books are best-selling, and they are attack skills. The recycling price alone is the selling price of Beastmaster skills. This wind skill, the boss estimates that it will sell for at least 700,000. Single quote. Without thinking too much, Yi Ting said. Good deal. After making up 550,000 yuan, Yi Ting took away the 2 skill books. As for the second-level knight skill book Cross Sword, he is not very short of money right now, so he hasn't sold it for the time being, and will exchange it for the second-level Beastmaster skill book or items in the future. Walk out of the Yangcheng trading market and stop a taxi. Master, North Gate. Okay. The taxi was speeding all the way towards the North Gate, and Yi Ting then set his sights on the 2 skill books. Skill book. Physical Power Surge. Consume magic power. Increase the physical recovery speed of the Imperial Beast by 50%, and last for 30 minutes. Professional requirements. Beastmaster. It is the same as the Surge of Magic Power, except that the magic power becomes physical power. Trigger the SSS talent, and the effect will naturally change from 50% to 200%. Top a high-level stamina potion. Yi Ting is determined to learn. Ding! Congratulations to the professional for learning the skill, Physical Surge. Then turn your attention to the next one. Skill book. Breath Containment Technique. Consume magic power. Within 5 minutes, the professional's sense of presence will be reduced, making it difficult to be discovered. P.S. You cannot move when the skill is in effect, and the effect of the skill will disappear if you move. Professional requirements. Assassin, Beastmaster, Summoner. Although the effect is only 5 minutes, and you can't move, there are many beasts outside the city. With this skill, at least you can go deep into some high-level areas, and it will be much safer. Single quote. This is a multi-professional skill. When the skill takes effect, it cannot move. The restriction is a bit big, but it is only a first-level skill, and Yi Ting didn't expect too much. Learn decisively. Ding! Congratulations to the professional for learning the skill, breathing concentration technique. The ferocious beasts outside the city must be at least level 5 or higher. Therefore, the enchantment of each city in the Dragon Kingdom has set a level 5 or above professional to freely pass through the enchantment. Professionals who do not reach level 5, or life professionals who want to go out of the city, need to be accompanied by high-level professionals, and report to the guards stationed at the gate of the city. Only after inspection and confirmation can they be released. Of course, if you want to go to other cities, you can also choose to teleport the magic circle, but the price is expensive. Yangcheng, North City Gate. After getting off the taxi, Yi Ting, who was already level 6, naturally passed through the barrier unimpeded. Step out of the city gate. There is a big sign at the gate of the city, which points to the types of herds in all directions and the range of levels. Up pointing arrow. Ghost Battlefield level 5 to 30. This should be what Xu Xian said. In the previous article, What Shu Xian said was changed to the ghost battlefield, which does not affect reading. With a slight movement in his heart, Yi turned his head and said, Estes, let's go to the ghost battlefield in the north. It is good. Estes naturally has no objections. With the gradual deepening to the north, the surroundings became quiet and gloomy, and the rusty cut-off weapons were inserted into the ground messily, as if they had come to an ancient battlefield. Continue to go deeper for hundreds of meters. Appeared on the battlefield one after another like ghosts covered in white cloth holding weapons, floating in midair and wandering around. The detection technique was used on a ghost holding a spear at the closest distance. Spear Ghost. Level 5. Power 90. Agility 70. Physique 75. Spirit 5. The 5th level monster has a total attribute of only 240, which is much worse than the dungeon monster. Single quote. Thinking of this, Yi Ting used the Eye of Blood again. Spear Ghost. Level Upper Limit. Tier 1. Bloodline Level. Normal Level. First Order Ordinary Grade, Rubbish. Estes, kill it. It is good. Estes charged forward and slashed the long sword in his hand. Ding. Congratulations for killing the Spear Ghost and gaining 9 experience points. A level 5 monster only has 9 experience points. Already at level 6, Yi Ting, who is 1 level higher than the Spear monster, is not surprising. At the same time, the death of a Spear Ghost immediately aroused the hatred of the nearby ghosts, centered on Estes. The ghosts with a diameter of tens of meters quickly surrounded them. Yi Ting took a few steps back and used his skills. Breath Suppression Technique. Ding. Professionals use the breath restraint technique, and their sense of presence decreases. The magic surges. Physical strength surges. Ding. Professionals use the auxiliary skill of the Beast Master to trigger the SSS level talent, Love of the Beast Master. Within 30 minutes, Frost Dragon, Mana Recovery Speed plus 200%. Within 30 minutes, Frost Dragon, Stamina Recovery Speed plus 200%. The 2 auxiliary skills were thrown on Estes, and since then, Yi Ting finally felt a little like a Beast Master. The Eye of Blood Detection. Long Sword Ghost. Level Upper Limit. Tier 1. Bloodline Level. Normal Level. Kill. Ding. Congratulations for killing the Long Sword Ghost and gaining 9 experience points. The Eye of Blood Detection. Great Axe Ghost. Level Upper Limit. Tier 1. Bloodline Level. Normal Level. Kill. Ding. Congratulations for killing the Giant Axe Ghost and gaining 9 experience points. While using the Eyes of the Bloodline to detect the bloodline, he communicated telepathically through the contract and commanded Estes to kill. The 2 cooperated tacitly, and the speed was not slow. Every second, a ghost fell down. Giant Shield Ghost. Level Upper Limit. Tier 3. Blood Upper Limit. Elite Level. Yi Ting squinted his eyes, trying to open the order. Advanced Second Order Probability 36%, Advanced Third Order 6%. Sure enough. Single quote. Yi Ting was overjoyed. He knew that the detection method that comes with this god-level talent is not that simple, and there are still many functions that need to be discovered and developed slowly. With a 36% probability, we can still look forward to advancing to the second level. But the third order probability is only 6%. Unless, like him, he has a god-level talent, it will be more difficult for an ordinary beast master to advance this giant shield ghost to the third level than to reach the sky. Killed. Yi Ting decisively let Estes kill him. Ding. Congratulations for killing the giant shield ghost and gaining 9 experience points. Congratulations on getting the wooden shield Grey Ruff. Question mark. And gray and crude equipment. Single quote. Yesterday, I spent a whole day in hell-level dungeons, and the worst was green excellent equipment. Now in the field, Yi Ting is really not used to the sudden appearance of a gray and rough equipment. Perhaps this is the real way for professionals to open up. After a minute or so, Estes' feet were already covered with ghostly corpses. With the increase in the number of kills and corpses, the hatred value continued to increase, and the range continued to expand, from within tens of meters in diameter to hundreds of meters in diameter. Ghosts keep coming around. This also happens to save time. As long as you stand where you are, you will receive endless experience. More than 10 minutes passed. Ding. Congratulations to the professional for upgrading to level 7, gaining 10 fixed attributes and 10 free attributes. Another upgrade. After challenging 3 dungeons in the morning, I just went up to level 6, and now I just went out of town for a while, and I went up another level. 7 to 8 pieces of equipment exploded, and the explosion rate was about 101. Most of them were the lowest quality gray and poor, and there were only 2 white ones that were excellent, and there were no better quality ones. Sure enough, this is the real daily life of ordinary professionals. Add all the free points to the spirit. Name, Yi Ting. Occupation, Beast Master. Level 70%. Strength, 26. Agility, 35. Physique, 31 plus 20. Spirit, 153 plus 88. Counting the equipment bonus, the spirit is as high as 241. Ding. Congratulations for killing the bow and arrow ghost and gaining 7 experience points. Less experience. Single quote. Already 2 levels beyond the monster level, Yi Ting was not surprised. Glancing at the corpses piled up beside Esthith, and then looking around, there were no ghosts within the range of naked eyes. Walk. The nearby monsters had been killed, and the 2 continued to go deeper, without encountering a single professional along the way. After all, it's only been a day since the job change, and Yi Ting is the only one who can get up to level 5 and leave the city. The rest of the professionals are struggling to play the novice dungeon. No wonder, the entire weapons land has become a paradise for Yi Ting alone. Detection technique. Ghost Mage. Level 7. Power 5. Agility 70. Physique 100. Spirit 145. Come to the area of the 7th level monster. The Eye of Blood Detection. Ghost Mage. The upper limit of the rank. 2nd rank. Blood upper limit. Elite level. Probability of clicking. 2nd order probability 81%. The probability of advancing to the 2nd level is 81%. As long as it is cultivated carefully, it is estimated that it can smoothly break through the 2nd level. Single quote. It's just the upper limit of the 2nd order bloodline, and he doesn't like it. Killed. Ding. Congratulations for killing the Ghost Mage and gaining 15 experience points. Good experience. Single quote. The hatred of the nearby ghosts was aroused, and the ghosts armed with various weapons quickly surrounded them. Yi Ting and Estes continued to cooperate tacitly, 1 to detect, 1 to kill. 2 minutes later. Ding. Congratulations to the professional beast familiar, Frost Dragon, for upgrading to level 9 and gaining 100 fixed attributes. Beast Master. Frost Dragon. Attribute. Ice Attribute. Level 90%. Power 1500 plus 21. Agility 1400 plus 10. Physique 1600 plus 11. Spirit 1900 plus 16. It's still Esthith who is great, and he will have 100 attributes when he upgrades to a level. Single quote. Yi Ting is not envious, after all, it is his royal beast, so he is naturally flattered in his heart. It was found that the auxiliary effect had expired. Although Estes, who could take away a monster with just a swing of his sword, probably didn't need it, he still used 2 skills. The magic surges. Physical strength surges. Ding. Use the auxiliary skill of the Beast Master to trigger the SSS level talent, Love of the Beast Master. Within 30 minutes, Frost Dragon, Mana Recovery Speed plus 200%. Within 30 minutes, Frost Dragon, Stamina Recovery Speed plus 200%. Feeling the addition of buff, Estes looked back and smiled. 10 minutes later, clear the field again. He obtained nearly 10 pieces of equipment, except for 1 piece of excellent green equipment, the rest were all gray and white equipment, and Yi Ting didn't even bother to take a look at it. Continue to go deeper and come to the area of 8th level monsters. Detection. Big Sword Ghost. Level 8. Power 130. Agility 95. Physique 110. Spirit 5. The total attribute is 360. Bloodline Detection. Big Sword Ghost. The upper limit of the rank, Tier 5. Blood upper limit, Elite level. 5th order, single quote. Yi Ting's eyes lit up. Immediately click on the advanced probability. Advanced 2nd order probability 53%, Advanced 3rd order 28%, Advanced 4th order 11%, Advanced 5th order 3%. This big sword ghost is in my hands, so naturally I can directly advance to the 5th level, but ordinary beast masters estimate that the 2nd level will be difficult, which is a pity. Single quote. With the frost giant dragon already possessing the bloodline of tier 10, Yi Ting has extremely high expectations for the future beastmaster. He doesn't like a tier 5 elite beast at all. Killed, without hesitation. Ding. Congratulations for killing the broadsword ghost and gaining 18 experience points. Clear the field again. Ding. Congratulations to the professional for upgrading to level 8, gaining 10 fixed attributes and 10 free attributes. Coming to the ghost battlefield, he has been promoted to 2 levels in a short period of time. Add free attribute points to Spirit. Spirit. 168 plus 108. 168. Counting the equipment bonus, it is already as high as 256. Estish, are you tired? Not tired, Master, let's continue. Estith has an SSS level talent for infinite stamina, and his stamina recovery speed is already extremely fast. Yi Ting added buffs to her again. She only needs to swing the sword lightly, so she won't be tired. Okay, let's continue then. The two continued to go deeper and came to the 10th level area. Detection technique. Ghost of the Giant Halberd. Level 10. Power 175. Agility 100. Physique 160. Spirit 5. The total attribute of 10th level monsters is only 440. Worse than the 9th level monsters in the Dungeon of Hell. Single quote. I hesitated a little. Yi Ting took it for granted again. After all, it is a hell level dungeon. It is normal to be stronger than the monsters of the same level outside. Bloodline detection. Variety. Giant Halberd Ghost. Level upper limit. Tier 3. Blood upper limit. Normal level. Killed. Normal level. Yi Ting didn't bother to look at the advanced probability. Ding. Congratulations for killing the Giant Halberd Ghost and gaining 25 experience points. Level 10 monsters, 25 experience points, are the same as level 9 monsters in hell level dungeons. Pulling up the hatred, all kinds of ghosts came to die again. Soon. Ding. Congratulations to the professional beast familiar, Frost Dragon, for upgrading to level 10 and gaining 100 fixed attributes. Estes rose to level 10. To be emptied 10 strange. Yi Ting's level ushered in another upgrade. Ding. Congratulations to the professional for upgrading to level 9, gaining 10 fixed attributes and 10 free attributes. Cool. Add the attribute of freedom to the spirit. Spirit. 183 plus 88. This kind of experience percentage is beating every second, and the pleasure of rapidly increasing the level makes Yi Ting want to stop. Come on, Estes, let's go deeper. It is good. Walking towards the depths, the environment became more and more quiet and gloomy, and there were only scattered ghosts along the way, who were hacked to death by Esthith. After walking about a kilometer, the two made a move. A few hundred meters away, a huge ghost with a height of about 4 meters and holding a blood-red sickle appeared. Boss. Yi Ting's eyes lit up, and then he said strangely. Just why are there no soldiers around? Estes smiled and said. Won't we kill them all? What? Thinking of killing thousands of ghosts, Yi Ting smiled. It's really possible. Without paying too much attention, he threw out a detection technique. Ghost Reaper Overlord Boss. Attribute. Ghost. Level. Level 15. Power. 300. Agility. 300. Physique. 300. L Spirit. 300. The Ghost Reaper seemed to be aware of being detected, and turned around abruptly. After seeing the two of Yi Ting, one of the violent ones appeared in the deep red eyes, and the floating body suddenly accelerated. Fierce and cold. Overlord level. The attribute is very average, but I don't know how the blood is, and I don't know if I can contract it. Facing the rushing boss, Yi Ting was unafraid, and even wondered if he could make a contract. Does the boss care about face? Yi Ting doesn't care. Bloodline detection. Ghost Reaper. The upper limit of the rank. Tier 4. Blood upper limit. Overlord level. Question mark question mark question mark. Only tier 4 overlord. Yi Ting was disappointed for a while. Esdeath. I don't bother to look at the advancement rate, so let's kill it. Estes took a step forward, stretched out his right hand, and straightened his slender index and middle fingers. The dazzling ice element condensed on the fingertips, and instantly turned into an ice blue beam that shot out, penetrating the boss's head. The bone-piercing frost spread all over the body, and in an instant, it turned into a huge ice sculpture. Boom! With a bang, it fell to the ground. Click, click, there was a sound of shattering, and it cracked inch by inch, and finally, wow! With a sound, it shattered all over the ground. That's it. Yi Ting raised his eyebrows. Ding! Congratulations to the professional for killing the world boss, Ghost Reaper, and gaining 150 experience points. Congratulations on obtaining the First Order Undead Crystal Nucleus. Congratulations on getting the skill book, Summoning Ghosts. Congratulations on getting the equipment. Ghost Ring, Green Rare, Ghost Necklace, Purple Excellent, Reaper's Face, Gold Perfect. Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. 5 samples exploded. Single quote. Not only the skill book, the crystal core, but also 3 pieces of equipment. One of them is golden perfect equipment. Single quote. Worthy of being the world boss. Single quote. Yi Ting was overjoyed and immediately opened the backpack. Undead Crystal Nucleus. Level. First level. Crystal containing the power of the dead. Crystal nuclei, only world bosses and high-level monsters can explode. Among them, the world boss must be exploded, and the high-level monsters will explode randomly. Very versatile and expensive. For example, task items, life occupation forging equipment, medicine and so on. There are also some professions that also need to use crystal cores. Among them, if a druid wants to transform into a certain beast, he needs to have the crystal core of the beast. Focus on the skill book. Skill book. Summon Ghost. Consume magic power and summon ghost warriors to fight. Occupation limit. Summoner. The ghost warrior is pretty good, and it's considered to be a relatively strong summoner in the first level of summoner. This skill book may sell for a good price. Single quote. Satisfied. Then focus on the equipment. Ghost Necklace, Purple Excellence. Spirit plus 10, Constitution plus 10. Requirement. Spirit 80. It's okay, more than 100,000 or 200,000 dragon coins are in hand. Single quote. Set your sights on the golden equipment. Reaper Broken Face, Golden Perfection. Defense, 22 to 24, Strength plus 14, Constitution plus 12, Spirit plus 14. Requirement, 1 attribute 150. The upper limit of both Strength and Spirit has been reached. There is no fixed requirement for a certain attribute, it can be regarded as a general-purpose equipment. That's right, the only thing missing from the whole body equipment is a helmet. This break comes just in time. Single quote. Chapter 39. I gave this helmet, Death Face, a thumbs up, and Yi Ting equipped it decisively. Ding. Successfully equip the Grim Reaper, Golden Perfection. Touching his face, Yi Ting nodded in satisfaction, just like a migrant worker, only covering the broken face on the right side of his face. As for the blue and rare equipment, he didn't even bother to look at it. People with purple equipment and above are so willful. At this time, Ecstasy slightly lifted his chin towards the right side, and motioned. Master, where is there another one? It has been watching us for a long time. Are you going to kill it? Question mark, question mark, question mark. Been watching for a long time. Yi Ting was taken aback and turned his head. Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. Floating behind the withered tree, the ghost showing half of his face was shocked when he saw it, and quickly blocked his body with the cross shield in his hand. Worried about being discovered, it was moving at an extremely slow speed that even if you didn't observe carefully, it moved behind the big tree at a turtle speed. See me not see, see me not see, see me not see. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Yi Ting blinked, with question marks all over his head. After coming to the ghost battlefield for so long, he has killed thousands of monsters, and even killed one boss. He has never seen such a spiritual ghost. Aren't they all queuing up to die with red eyes after arousing hatred? This ghost, not only did not come up to die, but also hide. This ghost has an independent mind. If something goes wrong, there must be a demon. Without further ado, Yi Ting threw out a blood pulse detector. Cross Shield Ghost. The upper limit of the rank, 10th rank. Blood upper limit. Beast level final apostle. Exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark. Yi Ting was ecstatic. Beast level 10th order bloodline. It's still a defensive beast. It's really hard to find a place to go. He understands now. The previous approach was wrong from the beginning. Besides strength, what is the biggest difference between a high-level and high-blooded beast and a low-ranked, low-blooded beast? Wisdom. And ferocious beasts with the blood of high-level ferocious beasts naturally have higher intelligence than ordinary ferocious beasts. Didn't the ice lizard that had not yet evolved into a frost dragon possess extremely high intelligence? In the face of death, the eyes will lose their luster. When you are contracted, you will be surprised. Rejoice when you are born again. When he was covered in blood, he was even more worried about getting his clothes dirty, so he held back intimacy. Only extremely high intelligence and independent thinking are the appearance of having a high-level blood. And how can ghosts who are easily aroused to hatred, do not know how to assess the situation, and only queue up to die, have a strong bloodline? Putting away his thoughts, Yi Ting curiously clicked on the advanced success rate of the cross-shield ghost. Tier 2100%, 100% of Tier 6, 70% of Tier 7, 50% of Tier 8, 25% of Tier 9, 5% of Tier 10. Sharp. Single quote. Even if an ordinary beast master contracts this cross-shield ghost, he can advance all the way to the 6th level without bottlenecks. As long as you cultivate the 7th level carefully, it won't be too difficult. If there are some good treasures and opportunities, the 8th level can also break through. If the opportunity is excellent, and you have a good master who is willing to spend a lot of money to purify it, the 9th level is not impossible. Even the 10th level is not impossible to dream. Single quote. Another ordinary detection technique was thrown out. Cross-shield ghost. Level 10. Power 120. Agility 115. Physique 200. Spirit 5. Aware of being detected, the cross-shield ghost who was moving at a terrific speed suddenly froze. Was discovered. Want to escape. Can you escape? The boss has been killed in seconds, how can it escape? Knowing that it had been discovered, the ghost of the cross-shield trembled, and half of its head protruded from the shield. After just one glance, it was terrified. Yi Ting couldn't help being amused by it, and couldn't help shaking his head and laughing. At this time, Estes curiously said, "Master, do you want to contract this ghost?" Yi Ting nodded and said, "Well, isn't it cute?" Cute. Estes crossed his arms and looked up and down at the ghost of the cross-shield, saying, "I just think it's a bit timid, but it's good that the master likes it." Paused. "I only hope that under the master's ability, it can become a little braver, otherwise I don't feel relieved that this coward will protect the master." From the words of Yi Ting and Xu Xian yesterday, and the shield in the hands of the ghost of the cross-shield, Estes probably knew that this ghost was the beast master who would protect her master in the future. At this time, the ghost of the cross-shield suddenly poked its head out of the shield, opened its mouth, and made an inexplicable sound. At hash. Question mark question mark question mark. Yi Ting was full of question marks. Estes understood it, and said with a sneer, "Okay, come here if you're not a coward." The cross-shield ghost dared to go there, and Agiling shrank back again. "Look," Estes raised his eyebrows. "It's a coward." Yi Ting couldn't help shaking his head and laughing. He walked over, tapped his finger on the ghost shield of the cross-shield, and the skill was activated. Beast Familiar Contract. A mysterious and complicated contract circle appeared. The ghost of the cross-shield showed its head in a daze. Yi Ting raised his chin slightly, gestured to Estes, and said, "Do you want to be as strong as her?" Estes raised her eyebrows. She didn't think this coward could be stronger than her. Of course, if there is, she will be happy too. After all, her master would be safer in this way. The ghost of the cross-shield glanced at Estes secretly, and said hesitantly, Really, can I?" The sound passed through the connected contract formation, and a timid female voice sounded in Yi Ting's heart. Question mark question mark question mark. The ghost of the cross-shield is also a girl. Single quote. Thinking so, Yi Ting nodded and said, "Of course, as long as you accept the contract, I can give you a new life." Cross-shield ghost did not hesitate. Regardless of whether what he said was true or not, it also knew that it had to accept this contract, otherwise, its ghost life would probably come to an end. At the same time, it is also looking forward to, what if it is true? It also wants to have the strength to kill their boss with a single finger. Ding! Congratulations to the professional for successfully contracting the beast familiar, Cross Shield Ghost. After accepting the contract, the ghost of the Cross Shield didn't panic anymore, and looked at Esthith curiously with a pair of eyes. Is she also the Master Beast? Single quote. Through the contract, it knows that Esthith is also Yi Ting's beast. In other words, she is not human, but a beast. The Cross Shield Ghost is full of curiosity about why Esthith has a human form. At this time, Yi Ting said, Cross Shield Ghost, are you ready? The Cross Shield Ghost was taken aback for a moment, but it quickly reacted and said, Master, I'm ready. It is good. Yi Ting nodded, thinking silently. Activate the ghost bloodline of the Cross Shield. Single quote. Ding. It is detected that the ghost of the Cross Shield has the bloodline of the 10th Order Final Apostle, triggering the God-level talent, Bloodline Awakening. Ding. The bloodline has been activated and is evolving. As the prompt sounded, the Cross Shield Ghost bloomed with dazzling blue light of evolution, and the body wrapped in light was constantly changing. Is it a humanoid ghost form? Single quote. Looking at the silhouette in the light, Yi Ting's heart moved slightly. After a while, the rays of light subsided, and a body was condensed like white mist. The upper body was in the form of a woman, and the lower body was a floating cloud of white smoke. Holding a cross shield in his right hand, the figure of the apostle finally appeared. Ding! Congratulations to the professional beast master, Cross Shield Ghost, for successfully evolving into Final Apostle. Possessing a beast master with a 10th level form again, Yi Ting couldn't wait to open the panel of the Final Apostle. Familiar Beast, the Last Apostle. Attribute, Ghost. Level 10 0%. Power, 1300. Agility, 1300. Physique, 2600. Spirit, 1300. SSS level talent. Lord of Ghosts ghost attribute damage increased by 300%, with a high probability of inflicting fear on opponents. SSS level talent. Absolute defense power increased by 300%. Skills: Final Reflection, Final Light Cannon, Final Barrier, Shadow Beam, Shadow Control, Shadow Assault, Death Coil, Latent Image. Exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark. It's worthy of being a defensive beast. Its physique is as high as 2600, and the other three attributes are also 1300. The total attribute is 6500 points, which is the same as the 10th level Estes. Single quote. Rejoice in my heart, then focus on talent. 2 SSS level talents. Single quote. Not to mention the addition of ghost-type attacks, the Ultimate Apostle's physique is as high as 2600, and the SSS level talent increases the defense by 300%, it's simply heaven. Single quote. And she's only level 10 now. Single quote. In the future, the physique attribute may have to be increased by more than 10 times. At that time, there might not be many in this world who can break her defense, right? Single quote. As for the series of skills, it even blinded his eyes. After closing the panel, Yi Ting silently said, Extract the Ultimate Apostle talent. Single quote. Ding. Extracting and copying the innate characteristics of the Last Apostle. Congratulations on obtaining Absolute Defense SSS level. Very good. Defense increased by 300%. Single quote. For this result, Yi Ting is very satisfied. Ghost talent needs to be used in conjunction with ghost skills, so it is completely useless for a beast master who cannot learn ghost skills. And this kind of passive talent that increases defense can just fill in his shortcomings of low defense. At this time, the Final Apostle, whose whole body was like white mist, swirled briskly around his body, and a voice full of joy sounded from the bottom of his heart. Thank you, Master, for giving me a new life, I'm so happy. Excited Yi Ting just got the SSS talent and said with a smile. The Final Apostle, my name is Yi Ting, and I will teach you a lot in the future. Finally, the apostle hummed and said seriously. Master, please give me your advice. After entangled Yi Ting for a while, the Final Apostle entangled Esthith's body and swirled again. Senior, Please give me your advice. Okay, you are very good. My name is Estes. Please give me your advice in the future. Feeling the powerful power in the final apostle, Estes' eyes were full of approval. As the senior's name Estes, the final apostle chewed on the name, and she hesitated curiously. Then senior, your body is. Estes explained. My body is the frost dragon, and Estes is the Lord who named my human form. The final apostle was like a curious baby, and continued to ask. Then, senior, your human form. Estes looked at Yi Ting subconsciously, and finally the apostle moved in his heart, and followed her gaze to Yi Ting. Seeing this, Yi Ting smiled and said, Final apostle, do you also want to have a human form? Well, master, I think. The final apostle entangled Yi Ting again, his voice full of anticipation. When she learned that Estes was a beast, she was already envious. It is good. Yi Ting had planned to transform her, but now that she asked for it, he would naturally not refuse. I meditated in my heart. Trigger the transformation of beasts against the final apostle. Single quote. Ding. Professionals trigger God-level talents, and finally become apostles. As the prompt sounded, dazzling blue light erupted from the body of the final apostle again. In the light, the lower body of the original ghost form transformed into legs. What will happen to the apostles in the end? Single quote. Thinking of her cross shield, Yi Ting couldn't help thinking of a female character holding a shield again. After a while, the light converges. The human form of the final apostle is about 160 tall, with short pink hair hanging down naturally. The hair on the right just covers the eyes, and the purple-black sleeveless tight-fitting armor on his body perfectly shows his good figure. High combat boots make her legs appear more slender. Seeing the human form of the final apostle, Yi Ting couldn't help but be taken aback. Isn't this the image that just flashed through my mind? Single quote. Recalling the situation of the transformation of the frost dragon, he has already determined that the transformation of the beast will change into a human form according to his inner desire. Is this what it feels like to step on the ground? The feeling of stepping on the ground filled the final apostle with novelty and surprises. Immediately, she remembered something. She looked at Yi Ting, and said expectantly, Master, should I also have a human name? Looking at her image, Yi Ting pondered for a while, and the evil interest rose again in his heart. How about calling it, Eggplant? Eggplant. The envoy of Final Yan's face froze with anticipation. The name was too perfunctory. After noticing the smirk on Yi Ting's face, she immediately reacted, puffed up her face, and said dissatisfiedly, Master, how could you do this? Ha ha. Yi Ting smiled heartily. Okay, I'm thinking about it. Pretending to think seriously, and no longer teasing, in her expectation, said the name. Matthew, you will be called Matthew from now on. Mash. The final apostle chewed on the name, then nodded happily. Thank you, Master. Yi Ting smiled on his forehead and said, Matthew, let me see your strength. It is good. With a flash of light, Matthew's body reformed into the form of the final apostle's white mist and rose into the sky. At the same time, his body continued to grow, and a pair of giant cross shields appeared in his hands. When he reached an altitude of nearly 100 meters, he seemed to have turned into a white mist giant with a shield. In the expectant eyes of Yi Ting and Estes, the final apostle focused his gaze, and the giant cross shield was facing a place where monsters were densely packed. Strong light, immediately boom. With a bang, it turned into a light cannon with a diameter of several meters and shot out. Instantly, boom, the ground trembled, and the boom resounded through the sky. A huge mushroom cloud rose, and the air wave was filled with dust, sand and stones, surging outward. Ding! Congratulations on killing! Congratulations on killing! Congratulations on killing! Congratulations on killing! The kill notification sounded continuously, and Yi Ting had to temporarily block it. At last, ding! Congratulations to the professional who has been promoted to level 10, gaining 10 points of fixed attributes and 10 points of free attributes. Congratulations to the professional beast familiar, Frost Dragon, for upgrading to level 11 and gaining 100 fixed attributes. Congratulations to the professional beast master, Final Apostle, for upgrading to level 11 and gaining 100 fixed attributes. Exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark. One hit. The experience that needs to be divided into 3 parts still allows Yi Ting, Estes, and Matthew to advance to a level each. What's even more surprising is that the upgrade of the final apostle also has 100 points of attributes. It seems that the upgrade of the 10th level Fierce Beast is 100 points, but I don't know how Mash's attributes are allocated. Single quote. Thinking of this, Yi Ting opened Matthew's panel. Power, 1320. Agility, 1320. Physique, 2640. Spirit, 1320. 2, 2, 4, 2, as expected. Single quote. Close the panel. Owner. The final apostle descended from the sky, his huge body like white mist shrunk, and reformed into a human form, with a pair of purple eyes blinking lightly, full of expectation, like a child waiting for praise. Well, good, Matthew, you did a great job. Naturally, Yi Ting would not disappoint her, with a full face of approval and a thumbs up. Hee hee. The praised final apostle smiled sweetly and was satisfied. Yi Ting remembered that he didn't get the equipment, and probably knew that the distance was too far, so he said, "Come on, Estes, Matthew, let's pick up the equipment first." It is good. Estes naturally had no objection, and Matthew sneaked directly into Yi Ting's shadow. I ran for nearly a mile. A huge pit with a diameter of hundreds of meters and a depth of tens of meters came into view. Yi Ting raised his eyebrows. It has caught up with what Lu Yan made last night. It's just that Lu Yan is a random blow, and the ultimate apostles is a big move. Power cannot be compared on the basis of expressiveness alone. You must know that a real 10th rank powerhouse can destroy a city with one blow, or even destroy the existence of a small country. Ding. Congratulations on getting. Congratulations on getting. The backpack is full, please clear the backpack in time. Is this full? Single quote. Yi Ting raised his eyebrows. After thinking about it, I feel normal again. He already had a lot of equipment and daily necessities in his backpack, and he killed thousands of monsters when he came here, and even fought the boss. Now that Matthew has killed thousands of monsters with a light cannon, how could he be dissatisfied? Estes and Mash also have backpacks, but unfortunately the equipment spirit has been bound to me, so I can't lend them. Hey, wait, doesn't Zhang Xiaoxuan need equipment to improve the success rate of transformation? Single quote. Thinking of Zhang Xiaoxuan, Yi Ting immediately opened the system buddy list. After the job change, each professional has a friend system through which they can send and receive messages, and can also send equipment and props to friends by mail. Of course, non-props without attributes and system profiles, such as biological items, cannot be transferred. And there are only 100 friend slots, each of which is extremely precious. Yi Ting, who just changed jobs, hasn't added any friends yet. Friends 0-100s. He meditated in his heart. Add Zhang Xiaoxuan. Single quote. Ding. The friend request has been sent. The system will accurately send a friend request to the target according to what the professional wants. After a while. Ding. Zhang Xiaoxuan has already passed your friend application. Immediately afterwards, another message came. Ding. Your new news, please pay attention to check it. What is the old Wongli's voice prompt? Single quote. After complaining in his heart, he opened the message. Zhang Xiaoxuan. Allah, Yi Ting, have you finally remembered me? I thought that there was no room for me in your precious friend position. Yi Ting rolled his eyes. There is no nonsense, the gray equipment is only worth a few hundred, and the white equipment is only a few thousand. He has already packed up the dozens of gray and white equipment on his backpack and sent them to her. Ding. Congratulations on getting. The backpack is full, please clear the backpack in time. Ha, full again. Yangcheng, a district. Ding. The transformation failed, and the attack of the coarse machete dropped by 10 points. Ding. It was found that the attribute of coarse machete has been cleared, and the equipment function has been lost. Alas, another useless one. Zhang Xiaoxuan threw the machete, which had no attributes and could no longer be equipped, aside and put it in a box full of waste equipment. Subconsciously, I reached out to another box, but found nothing. Question mark question mark question mark. Gone. Zhang Xiaoxuan was taken aback for a moment, then turned her head to look. Sure enough, it's gone. In just one day after changing jobs, she scrapped more than a dozen pieces of poor equipment, and the success rate of the transformation did not even increase by 0.1%. Oh, it looks like I'm going to buy it again. I am about to change clothes and go out to buy a batch of equipment, and continue to come back to practice. Ding, you have an email, please check it carefully. Email. Did Yi Ting send me equipment? She only has Yi Ting as a system friend, and she just added it, so she knows it's Yi Ting without looking. It's just that the equipment on his body is probably not complete. Thinking about it this way, Zhang Xiaoxuan didn't open the email to check, and just read silently. Fetch mail. Single quote. Ding. Extracting. Mail extraction successful. As the reminder sounded, a pile of equipment appeared in front of her, and Zhang Xiaoxuan was taken aback. Immediately afterwards, wow, one sound, scattered everywhere. Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. Zhang Xiaoxuan was stunned. Ding. You have an email, please check it carefully. Again, what is it this time? And Zhang Xiaoxuan, who was in a daze, subconsciously recited the extraction. Crash again. One sound. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Looking at the equipment all over the floor, not only the gray quality, but also the white quality. Zhang Xiaoxuan couldn't help thinking. He won't rob the equipment store. Ghost Battlefield. After sending the equipment, Yi Ting said. Estes, let's clear up a few more batches of monsters. It is good. Estes directly recovered his body. Yi Ting jumped onto the dragon's back, and the frost dragon flapped its wings and flew towards the distance. Flying only a few kilometers. A dense group of ghosts appeared below. Detection technique. Great Sword Ghost. Level 15. Are you in the level 15 area? Single quote. With a slight movement in his heart, Yi Ting said. Estes, Froststorm. These monsters are not strong, they don't need to be powerful, just a larger range is fine. Single quote. Thinking of this, the frost dragon uttered a dragon roar, the ice elements gathered, the situation changed, the temperature dropped sharply, and a bone-piercing icy storm swept out. Two professionals finished training in the 30th level area and were returning home. One of the professionals vaguely noticed something in the distant sky, showing doubts in his eyes. That is, question mark, question mark, question mark. Another professional followed his gaze and narrowed his eyes. Hawkeye. Skill activated. After seeing the fierce beast in the sky clearly, the professional shrank his pupils and exclaimed. Frost dragon. Frost dragon. Hey. The professional who started talking laughed. Where is this place? Ghost Battlefield. Apart from ghost monsters, how could there be a frost dragon? And how many frost dragons are there in the world? How could it be here? Bragging without drafting. Seeing that he didn't believe it, the eagle-eyed professional said in a trembling voice. Really? Really a frost dragon? Question mark, question mark, question mark. Seeing his expression, he didn't seem to be fake, and at the same time felt a sudden drop in temperature, the professional immediately focused his eyes. What a frost dragon. What is it doing? It seems to be releasing, magnifying the move. The two professionals looked at each other, and they were horrified. Run. Ding. Congratulations on killing. Congratulations on killing. Congratulations on killing. Congratulations on getting. The backpack is full, please clear the backpack in time. The powerful frost storm directly covered an area of several kilometers, each and every phantom lost its life in an instant, the kill reminder kept ringing, and the backpack was full again in an instant. The group attack still depends on the frost dragon. This frost storm alone killed more than 10,000 ghosts, right? Single quote. Compared with frost dragon, Mash's skills are more defensive and single-oriented. Although powerful, it can also be used as a group attack, but the range is not as good as the real group attack skills. Once again, the gray and white equipment was packaged and sent to Zhang Xiaoxuan, and the frost dragon flew around the battlefield at a low altitude, and the reminder that the package was full sounded again. Ding. The backpack is full, please clear the backpack in time. Full again. Then send it again. Completely treated Zhang Xiaoxuan as a garbage dump. After repeating this several times, the prompt to obtain the equipment stopped ringing. I wanted to clear a few batches of monsters, but it seems that this batch will go back to sell equipment. Single quote. Looking at the backpack that was basically stuffed with equipment above green, Yi Ting felt happy troubles. Suddenly, ding, you have launched an attack on a professional, and the name will be displayed above the head in gray form. Yi Ting, ding, congratulations to the professional who has been promoted to level 11, and has gained 10 points of fixed attributes and 10 points of free attributes. Congratulations to the professional beast familiar, Frost Dragon, for upgrading to level 12 and gaining 100 fixed attributes. Congratulations to the professional beast master, Final Apostle, for upgrading to level 12 and gaining 100 fixed attributes. Congratulations to the professional who has been promoted to level 12, gaining 10 points of fixed attributes and 10 points of free attributes. Esthith and Mash went up 2 levels as fast as 1 level, and I just went up 2 levels. Single quote. It's still too dangerous to amplify the move in the wild. If you are not careful, you may accidentally kill someone. Fortunately, Estes didn't use all his strength. The opponent should have just been brushed off and accidentally injured. Single quote. Anyway, it's fine if you don't die, as long as you don't continue to attack him for 10 minutes, it will be eliminated. Single quote. Slip away. Single quote. Estes, land. After commanding the Frost Dragon to land on the ground and transform into Esthith in human form, Yi Ting slipped away decisively. Let's go. The other side. The professional who uses Hawkeye said. Lu Jia, are you okay? Huh. Lu Jia poured down a bottle of potion to eliminate the abnormal state, exhaled a breath, watched the ice blue frost on his body fading, and said with lingering fear. Zhongshan, I'm fine. Fortunately, I ran fast and left the range of the frost storm in time, otherwise. It's fine. Seeing that he was fine, Zhongshan glanced at the distant sky with his eagle eyes, and saw that the frost dragon had disappeared, so he breathed a sigh of relief and said. It's gone. And many more. Why did the frost dragon appear here? Questions arose, and the two looked at each other. A bad guess suddenly arises in my heart. Could it be Beast Tide? Exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark. Yangcheng Trading Market. Equipment Store. Peerless Divine Soldier. It's still the VIP room in the morning. Sir, the total is 7.92 million. I decide to make up the whole 8 million. What do you think? The appraiser handed over the appraisal price list. Yi Ting took it and glanced at it. This time there are a total of about 90 pieces of equipment, all of which are Tier 1, most of which are green and high-quality equipment, more than 20 pieces of blue rare equipment, and a few purple equipment. Compared with the value of Tier 2, 3, and 4 equipment that was exposed by the murder last night, it is naturally a lot worse. A rough estimate is in line with expectations. Okay, deal. Yi Ting put down the evaluation price list and said instead. Do you have a backpack expansion card here? Big business again. Have. The appraiser smiled broadly. The price of backpack expansion cards is close to 10 million. If they are sold, they will be 10 million. How many cards do you need? 10 million is indeed the market price, Yi Ting pondered for a while. Counting the 8 million, I have nearly 60 million, and I don't have any big expenses for the time being, and I can earn nearly 10 million in just one trip. The bigger the backpack, the more equipment you can hold, the more you earn, and you don't have to run back and forth. Single quote. Thinking this way, Yi Ting said. I want 5. It really is a hacker. The appraiser smiled even wider. Okay, please wait a moment. After a while, the appraiser came in with 5 backpack expansion cards, and Yi Ting quickly made up 42 million. With 5 backpack expansion cards in hand, Yi Ting used them decisively. Ding! Professionals use the backpack expansion card, and the backpack space is increased to 350. Fortunately, a card can add 50 backpack slots, it's not an unscrupulous mobile game, and there is no tiered fee. Single quote. Secretly complaining about some mobile games, Yi Ting left the weapon shop. The other side, the north gate of Yangcheng. Ha ha, Frost Dragon. Make up a better one too. How could the Frost Dragon appear in a city where the air conditioner is still on in November and February? Return to the Beast Tide. How far is the nearest Frost Wyrm lair from here? Tens of thousands of kilometers. Why is it running here? Don't you like the heat in here? The 2 guards shook their heads and laughed, and one of the guards said. Do you know that lying about the Beast Tide is drunk? Seeing that the guard didn't seem to believe it, Lu Jia said anxiously. Really, we really saw the frost dragon. You see, I still have frostbite on my body. Correct. At this time, Zhang Shan seemed to think of something, took out a photo and said. I took a picture, look. The system has camera and video functions. The two guards froze for a moment, took the photo and glanced at it. Although the distance was too far, only a small spot was photographed, but an ice blue dragon-shaped outline could be vaguely seen. Yangcheng City Lord's Mansion. Backyard. Ding. Congratulations to the professional who has been promoted to level 5. Phew, finally level 5. Hearing the system prompt, the tired Ji Yu Xiaoming finally breathed a sigh of relief. Yesterday, she was recalled by her city lord's father and ordered to die, and she was not allowed to go out until she was level 5. In the end, he could only bitterly kill the dark beast prepared by the city lord's father for a day. Now that she has finally reached level 5 and met the requirements, she excitedly turned her head to look at Ji Yu Nanshan, who was sitting comfortably in the gazebo and sipping tea not far away. Dad, I'm level 5, can I go out? Hearing the sound, Ji Yu Nanshan glanced at Ji Yu Xiaoming, and thought to himself. Silly girl, Yangcheng was in a mess yesterday, I was just looking for an excuse to let you stay in the city lord's mansion. Thinking of this, he leisurely picked up the teacup, took a sip, and then said. Well, professionals still have to face the beasts in order to. Ding, you have an urgent government message, please deal with it in time. The government affairs system issued a prompt. It's an emergency. Ji Yu Nanshan had no choice but to swallow the words, and quickly opened the message. 10 kilometers to the north of the city, a 10th order ferocious beast, the frost dragon, appears on the ghost battlefield, please the city lord to decide. Photo. JPG. The message was concise and to the point. Ji Yu Nanshan immediately clicked on the picture. Exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark. What a frost dragon. Single quote. Looking at the outline of a certain beast circled by the red pen, he was sure. This is the frost dragon. Ji Yu Nanshan stood up abruptly, glanced at Ji Yu Xiaoming and said. Xiaoming, level 5 is just the beginning, and professionals at level 10 can barely protect themselves. Dad has something to do, so please do your best. Why is it like this? Ji Yu Xiaoming's eyes widened. Yangcheng, North Gate, Guard Office. Is it that you met the frost dragon? The deterrent power of the 10th order ferocious beast was so strong that Ji Yu Nanshan had no choice but to come to the guard in person. City Master. X4. Zhang Shan first greeted the two guards and Lu Jia respectfully, then Zhang Shan said. It's us. City Lord Ji Yu hummed, found a seat at random, sat down and said. Tell me about the situation when you met the frost dragon. It is good. Zhang Shan recalled a little, and said. Us. Ji Yu Nanshan nodded from time to time, and when they finished talking about the encounter with the frost dragon, he said doubtfully. You said you also saw a large pit hundreds of meters away, right? Right. Lu Jia nodded and said. It is confirmed that the frost dragon has disappeared, and on the way back, we saw a huge circular pit hundreds of meters straight and tens of meters deep. After being confirmed, Ji Yu Nanshan couldn't help but narrow his eyes. Is there frost covering the giant pit? No. Zhang Shan shook his head first. Suddenly realized something, his pupils shrank. Exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark. No frost, that is, more than just a frost dragon. There is also an unknown beast. What a beast tide. Okay, I have roughly understood the situation. Ji Yu Nanshan stood up, looked at the two of them and said. It's just that you have to stay in my city lord's mansion for a while before you find out the situation. Don't worry, there are photos to prove it. No matter what the result is, you will not be punished. If it is confirmed, there will be a good one. Reward, you can rest easy. Yes, both Lu Jia and Zhang Shan understood that Ji Yu Chengju was worried that they would leak the news and cause panic, so they didn't refuse and they didn't dare to refuse. If there is any place in Yangcheng that is the safest, then it must be the city lord's mansion. Leaving the guard, Ji Yu Nanshan sighed in his heart. It's an eventful autumn. Single quote. There is a huge difference in strength between professionals of the same level. Some professionals can even kill people by leapfrogging. The same is true among beasts of the same rank. Human beings divide them into common level, elite level, overlord level, legendary level, and beast level. And the frost dragon is at the top level of beasts. Ordinary 10th rank powerhouses can only smash their halberds into the sand. Even the top 10th rank powerhouses need to join forces to fight against them. Just fight, not necessarily able to kill. A beast-level frost giant dragon, and an unknown beast. This cannot be handled by Yangcheng's combat power alone, so we can only report it. Single quote. In Dragon Kingdom, the only one who can mobilize the top 10 powerhouses is the Great Elder. Ji Nanshan immediately sorted out the information and reported it to the First Elder through the government affairs system. Beijing, the ultimate 10th order mythical beast frost dragon. There seems to be an unknown beast. After carefully confirming that the outline in the photo is indeed the frost dragon, the Great Elder turned to the secretary and said, "In the Ice City, what do the people monitoring the frost dragon say?" The secretary took out a photo and said, "It is confirmed that the frost dragon is still in its lair, and there is no sign of waking up. This is the photo sent by the surveillance personnel." After taking the photo and glanced at it, the Great Elder nodded and said, "Okay, it's fine if you're still sleeping, you go out first." Yes. When the secretary left, the Great Elder propped his chin with his hands, his eyes flickering. Less than 10 frost giant dragons have been discovered in the world, but our dragon country has only one, and it has been confirmed that it has not left the lair. Frost giant dragons inhabiting other countries cannot enter the Dragon Kingdom silently. Single quote. Could it be a descendant of a certain frost dragon? Single quote. Ice attribute beast, so Lu Yan had to make another trip to Yangcheng. Single quote. I hope it's only a 9th order, semi-ultimate beast. Single quote. In the capital, a certain villa area. Ding. You have a new message, please check it. Great Elder. Single quote. Lu Yan, who still blocked most of the people, felt a slight movement in his heart, and immediately checked the news. A giant frost dragon appears in Yangcheng. You rush to investigate the situation. Information attachment. Question mark question mark question mark. Frost dragon. Even Lu Yan couldn't help but shrink his pupils, quickly opened the information attachment, and checked it carefully. It's lucky to be able to survive the frost storm. Single quote. And many more. Ice attribute. Single quote. Lu Yan had a flash of inspiration. Thinking of last night, the blue beam of light that soared into the sky and attracted him. Isn't that the extremely cold beam of the frost dragon? No way, that kid. Still not sure, Lu Yan directly called Ji Nanshan. Yangcheng. Lu Yan. Just as he was leading Zhang Shan and Lu Jia towards the city lord's mansion, Ji Nanshan saw Lu Yan's phone call and immediately connected it. Lu Yan's voice came. City Master Ji Yu, ask them if they have received a reminder of being attacked. Be attacked. Single quote. Ji Nanshan was taken aback. Although I don't understand what it means, but Lu Yan called to ask this question, there must be his reason. Ji Nanshan turned his head and said, "Look, if there is any hint of being attacked." Question mark question mark question mark. Lu Jia and Zhang Shan looked at each other, and immediately opened the log. Huh, really, why didn't I know I was attacked? Lu Jia was taken aback for a moment. Exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark. Really? Ji Nanshan also reacted, and immediately asked. Was it when I met the frost dragon? Lu Jia checked the time and said. Yes, that's when. Ji Nanshan's pupils shrank. Druid, or Beastmaster, is it the 10th order powerhouse who is so awesome? Just about to ask Lu Yan, but found his voice. Okay, I probably know who it is, don't worry, it's our own, so be it. Beep beep. City Lord Ji has black lines on his face. Hateful, it just hung up like this. I really want to meet this big guy. The gate of the Yangcheng trading market. Estes, Matthew, you can't go to the north gate anymore, let's go to the south gate. Good. X2. Ding. Received a friend request. Question mark question mark question mark. Upon receiving the prompt, Yi Ting opened it with a little doubt. Exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark. It turned out to be Lu Yan. Is the big brother's friend status so loose? Yi Ting immediately passed a friend, and the news came later. Ding. You have a new message, please check it. Open it now. Lu Yan, is that you? Photo. JPG. Question mark question mark question mark. Yi Ting froze for a moment, opened the photo, and then fixed his eyes. I was filmed. Single quote. Although he couldn't see it very clearly, he still judged from the environment in the photo that it was a ghost battlefield. It should have been photographed by someone I accidentally injured. Single quote. Seeing that it has been discovered and there is nothing to hide from Lu Yan, Yi Ting replied. It's me, Beijing. It's really this kid. Single quote. Lu Yan narrowed his eyes. It seems that he is hiding a very great talent. Single quote. It's just that his frost dragon shouldn't be strong, otherwise he didn't need to lead me there last night. Single quote. Putting away his thoughts, he edited a message and sent it. Then I remembered the huge pit in the intelligence, edited another one and sent it out. Yangcheng. Ding. You have a new message, please check it. Yi Ting opened immediately. Lu Yan, you almost killed someone, so don't make random moves in the wild in the future. Really? Yi Ting secretly said in his heart, sure enough. Ding. You have a new message, please check it. Another message came, and I opened it decisively. Lu Yan, there is another big hole caused by the bombardment, is it you? It should be the huge pit caused by the final light cannon. Single quote. With that in mind, Yi Ting sent. Yi Ting, it's me. The capital, it really is him. Single quote. Lu Yan's eyes narrowed. It seems that he has already contracted the second beast. Single quote. Just let him bomb wildly in the wild again, sooner or later something will go wrong. Single quote. It just so happens that there is a first-tier secret realm in Yangcheng that is flooded with monsters, and it is no longer suitable for professionals to enter, so let him go in and clean it up. Single quote. Thinking of this, he released an exclusive mission in the mission system, and then sent a message to Yi Ting. Yangcheng. Lu Yan, it is easy for you to accidentally injure other professionals by amplifying your moves in the wild. I released an official task in the task system to clean up the secret ant nest and leave it to you. Yi Ting blinked. Boss has released the task himself. Task system. It is one of the systems opened after changing jobs. Any professional can post tasks on it. It is divided into ordinary task section and official task section. If you enter an organization such as a university or a guild, there are also sections such as school tasks and guild tasks. The official missions are the most popular among professionals because they have meritorious rewards, which can increase the citizen's level, and can also be exchanged for equipment and props with meritorious deeds. Yi Ting decisively opened the task system, ignored the pile of tasks above, directly opened the official task section, and clicked search. Ant nest. Click to open. Tier 1 exclusive mission. Ant nest. Request. Yi Ting. Task content. Clean up the ant nest in the First Order Secret Realm, and kill the Queen, reward 1000 meritorious service. 1000 meritorious service, or a dedicated task. This First Order mission rewards 1000 merits. Can be exchanged for a piece of dark gold equipment. This task is not easy. Single quote. But Yi Ting took it without thinking. The First Order Secret Realm can only be entered by First Order professionals, and the strongest beasts inside are only First Order. Ding. Professionals successfully accepted the task. Ant nest. Mission address. About 50 kilometers away from the south gate of Yangcheng, the map has been opened. Open the map system, and the terrain is not displayed. There is only one red and green dot. Among them, the red dot is the destination, and the green dot is yourself. There is a dotted line between the 2 points, so that professionals can accurately find the task location. Estes, Matthew, let's go to the task. It is good. Ant nest door. Is this the entrance to the secret realm? The 2 points on the map are close to coincide, and there is a similar replica building not far away. The difference is that the dungeon is a blue vortex, while this mystery is a red vortex. Next to the red vortex, there are 2 professionals with official logos stationed. Yi Ting stepped forward. One of the official professionals stopped him and said, "There are a lot of beasts inside, and it's forbidden to enter." Flooded with ferocious beasts. Isn't that just right? Single quote. Yi Ting's heart moved, and he said, "It means that there are many beasts inside. Not a single person." The official professional shook his head and said, "Yes, Only Tier 1 professionals can enter this secret realm, and the Ant Queen reproduces so fast that Tier 1 professionals can't kill them at all. Now the ant beasts inside are overrun. As long as someone enters, they will be killed by thousands of people. Only swarms of ant beasts at levels 15 to 30 were killed, so this secret realm has been closed and professionals are prohibited from entering. There are so many strange things. No one, isn't this just right for me? Single quote. Yi Ting's eyes brightened, and said, I received the task of cleaning up the ant's nest, can't I enter? Question mark question mark question mark. Task. The two official professionals looked at each other. Why didn't they know there was a mission? You can make sure. Yi Ting showed them the task. Exclusive task. Clean up the ant nest. What a mission. Still an exclusive task. It seems that this professional is not easy. Single quote. The hearts of the two official professionals were shocked. I don't know who gave him the exclusive task. Single quote. Thinking of this, the two turned their attention to the task issuer. Lu Yan! Exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark. Where is this kid so sacred? How could the blazing god of war personally give him a mission? Single quote. Shocked, the two official personnel confirmed the task and did not stop them anymore. They stepped aside and said, since it is an exclusive mission given to you by the god of war, then you go in, this ant nest, I will leave it to you. It is good. Yi Ting nodded and stepped into the secret realm. The screen in front of me changed. When I came to a wasteland, all I could see were ant-shaped monsters nearly 1 meter high. Flying in the sky, running on the ground, swimming in the water, and even digging out of the ground. Realizing that someone had entered the secret realm, the ant army turned around one after another, staring at the three of them with eyes full of violence, and rushed towards them immediately. Yi Ting quickly activated his skills. Breath suppression technique. Ding. Professionals use the breath restraint technique, and their sense of presence decreases. Some of the fierce beasts that were rushing towards Yi Ting immediately turned their heads and ran towards the two women, but some of them were not bewildered by the breath restraint technique. Mash, who is hidden in the shadows, decisively activates her skills. The final barrier. The magic circle appeared on the ground, and a semicircular protective wall condensed, covering the three people and some of the beasts that had already approached. Esthith quickly waved the long skull sword in his hand, drawing a series of cold lights. Ding! Congratulations for killing the giant pincer ant and gaining 20 experience points. Congratulations for killing the sharp-toothed ant and gaining 22 experience points. Congratulations for killing the flame ants and gaining 25 experience points. Congratulations on killing. Every time a beast is killed, even if the three share it equally, there are still more than 20 points. Just a few seconds, the dozens of beasts inside the wall were all killed. The rest were blocked by the wall, and the army of ants kept bombarding them with giant pincers, scissor-like teeth, and various elemental skills. There are more than 1,000 here. Looking at the dense herd, Yi Ting narrowed his eyes. It's no wonder that the secret realm is closed and professionals are prohibited from entering. Indeed, too many. Estes also had some lingering fears, and turned to Matthew and said, Mash, you did a good job. There are too many beasts. If it weren't for Matthew's timely use of skills, thousands of them would surge up, and it would be difficult for her to protect Yi Ting completely by herself. Senior is absurd. After being praised, Matthew smiled. After chatting for a while, Yi Ting said, okay, let's clear the monsters first. After speaking, activate the skills. The magic surges. Physical strength surges. Ding. Use the auxiliary skill of the Beast Master to trigger the SSS level talent, Love of the Beast Master. Within 30 minutes, Frost Dragon, Final Apostle, Magic Power Recovery Speed, Physical Power Recovery Speed plus 200%. With buff added, Yi Ting said, Estes, I leave it to you. Okay, Master, leave it to me. A stern look flashed across Estheth's ice-blue eyes, and he exerted force with his feet, leaping up to a height of more than 10 meters in an instant. With a flash of light, he turned into a giant frost dragon. Ice elements gather rapidly. The dragon head gave a dragon chant to the ants' army below. The tornado wrapped in bone-piercing frost burst out with a piercing roar. The ferocious beasts were swept up one by one, turned into ice sculptures in the extreme cold, and then twisted into crimson ice blood slag by the continuously rotating frost roar at high speed. Ding! Congratulations on killing. Congratulations on killing. Congratulations on killing. Congratulations on getting. Congratulations on getting. The beep keeps ringing. In an instant, nearly 1,000 beasts were killed. A group of people died. Another group of fierce beasts gathered around. The ice-blue frost roar was also completely stained red by the deep red blood, and the blood mist kept drifting away. Less than a minute. Ding! The backpack is full. Please clear the backpack in time. Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. The backpack has 350 spaces. In addition to some daily necessities, treasure chests, and equipment, there are more than 320 spaces. This is full. Yi Ting decisively opened the friend system. Send the gray and white equipment to Zhang Xiaoxuan by email. More than 200 pieces were sent directly at a time. Ding! Congratulations on getting. The backpack is full. Please clear the backpack in time. Full again. I hand out. I hand out. I'm going crazy. In a few minutes, the frost dragon stops its magic power output. Frost roar dyed dark red dissipates. The air is filled with pungent blood. A few kilometers around was shrouded in a fog of blood. Crimson blood and ice slag covered the ground. As far as the eye can see, it is blood red. It's like purgatory on earth. Ding! Congratulations to the professional beast familiar, Frost Dragon, for upgrading to level 22 and gaining 1000 fixed attributes. Congratulations to the professional beast master, Final Apostle, for upgrading to level 22 and gaining 1000 fixed attributes. Congratulations to the professional who has been promoted to level 22, and has gained 100 points of fixed attributes and 100 points of free attributes. Just one move. The three of them have risen to level 10. How many beasts were killed? Cannot remember. But according to empirical estimates, even if they were divided into 3 parts, Yi Ting and the 2 girls still gained nearly 1,000,000 experience points each. Roughly estimated, 50,000 to 60,000 beasts should have been killed. If it weren't for the continuous increase in levels that resulted in the continuous decrease in the experience points gained from killing some low-level ant beasts, it is estimated that there will be several levels up. Estes, well done, this place is really a holy place for leveling. He rose to level 10 easily, and Yi Ting felt excited. Add all the attributes obtained through the upgrade to the spirit, and open the panel. Name, Yi Ting. Occupation, Beast Master. Level 22 11%. Strength, 41 plus 14. Agility, 65. Physique, 61 plus 31. Spirit, 378 plus 102. Counting the equipment bonus, the spirit is close to the 500 mark. Of course, not as good as Estes and Mash. Beast Master, Frost Dragon. Attribute, Ice Attribute. Level 22 24%. Power, 1825 plus 21. Agility, 1725 plus 10. Physical, 1925 plus 11. Spirit, 2225 plus 16. Glancing at the Estes panel. Only level 22. The spirit is more than 2200. The rest of the attributes are not far from 2000. A real hexagon fighter. Then open Matthew's panel. Familiar beast. The last apostle. Attribute, Ghost. Level 22 19%. Power, 1540. Agility, 1540. Physique, 3080. Spirit, 1540. It is also level 22. Physical fitness breaks through 3000. Such a high physique, coupled with the SSS level talent, absolute defense, which increases defense power by 300%, is simply a super meat shield. The remaining 3 attributes also have 1500 plus. The damage is not weak at all. Close the panel. Yi Ting checked the backpack slightly. Sent more than 400 pieces of gray and white equipment to Zhang Xiaoxuan, and now there are nearly 200 pieces in the backpack. All are green and excellent. Because of the higher level of monsters here, the drop rate of blue rare and purple excellent equipment is very good. There are more than 20 pieces of purple excellent equipment alone. A rough estimate is tens of millions again. Some low-level ant beasts have less and less experience. If the level continues to increase, it is estimated that many ant beasts here will not be able to obtain experience and equipment. Single quote. There are at least millions, or even tens of millions, of ant beasts here, they cannot be wasted, and the benefits must be maximized. Single quote. First, use all experience points to improve basic abilities. Single quote. With a decision in mind, Yi Ting opened the panel to make settings. Basic abilities. Swordsmanship proficiency LV8, unarmed combat LV6. Available experience points can be improved. All the experience points gained will improve the basic swordsmanship. Single quote. Ding. The setting is successful. Professionals gain experience points will be used to improve swordsmanship proficiency. Then call the basic ability in the SDEF panel. Basic ability. Swordsmanship proficiency LV5, experience value can be improved. Ding. The setting is successful. The experience points gained by the Frost Dragon will all be used to improve the mastery of swordsmanship. Then open the basic ability in the MASH panel. Question mark question mark question mark question mark. No, Yi Ting was taken aback for a moment, but quickly realized. She just took shape and hasn't practiced basic abilities like swordsmanship, how could she have it? He immediately took out the shield he obtained from the treasure chest from his backpack, and said, Matthew, this is for you to equip. Shield of Fortified City, Golden Perfection. Well, thank you, Master. Matthew took the shield and read the equipment silently. Ding. Successfully equip the Shield of Fortified City. After she was successfully equipped, Yi Ting asked her to kill a group of monsters with a shield, and the basic ability appeared soon. Shield Mastery LV1. Yi Ting will set it up right away. Ding. The setting is successful. The experience points gained by the final apostle will be used to improve the shield skill proficiency. Very good. This way you don't have to worry about the level being too high, which will cause the ant beast's experience to be wasted. Single quote. Yi Ting jumped directly on the back of the Frost Dragon. The magic surges. Physical strength surges. Ding. Use the auxiliary skill of the Beast Master to trigger the SSS level talent, Love of the Beast Master. Within 30 minutes, Frost Dragon, Final Apostle, Magic Power Recovery Speed, Physical Power Recovery Speed plus 200%. After adding buff, you have fulfilled your duty as a Beast Master. Yi Ting said, Go, Estes, go clear the monsters. It is good. The Frost Dragon flapped its wings and quickly flew into the distance. After a while, in the sky and on the land, dense swarms of ant beasts appeared. Mash, you deal with the ant beasts in the sky, Estes, and leave the ones on the ground to you. Good. X2. The two women responded, and Mash took the lead in launching the skill. Phantom Attack. Countless white slender shadows shot out from the body like 3,000 trouble threads, each of which accurately pierced at least one flying ant beast, and the pierced ant beast quickly shriveled up as if its life had been sucked out. Ding. Congratulations on killing. Congratulations on killing. Congratulations on getting. Congratulations on getting. At the same time, the frost giant dragon opened its mouth, and the ice elements gathered rapidly, and the bone-piercing frost gushed out like an avalanche, harvesting batch after batch of ant beast lives. Ding. Congratulations on killing. Congratulations on killing. Congratulations on getting. Congratulations on getting. The backpack is full, please clear the backpack in time. The notification sounded continuously, and the backpack was full again. Yi Ting couldn't help it, and sent away the gray and white equipment one by one to make room for better quality equipment. Ding. Professional swordsmanship proficiency has been raised to LV9, LV10, LV11, LV12, LV13. Frost Dragon Sword Mastery raised to LV6, LV7, LV8, LV9, LV10. Final Apostle's Shield Skill Proficiency has been raised to LV2, LV4, LV6, LV8, LV10. The experience value has skyrocketed, and the basic ability is also constantly improving. All kinds of advanced swordsmanship skills are integrated into the muscle memory of the mind and body, as if they have been honed through thousands of years, and they can be wielded like arms with just a single thought. Yangcheng, a community. Crazy crazy. Really crazy. Looking at the equipment in the room, Zhang Xiaoxuan really felt that she was going crazy. Originally, 100 and 200 pieces in the morning, she thought it was already the limit. But I didn't expect that there will be more in the afternoon. Every once in a while, there are emails, nearly 100 pieces each time. Now the room she uses as a studio is full of gear. Rough estimate, at least thousands of pieces. It's not the worst gray equipment, it's already mostly white equipment since the afternoon. White equipment. Do you know how long it has been since you changed jobs? With no background, and relying on equipment alone, the gray half set is not complete, right? Not to mention white. How did Yi Ting play so many games? So much equipment, the value alone is several million. He doesn't really want to keep me, does he? Single quote. Thinking of the joke when she just changed jobs, Zhang Xiaoxuan, even Ji Quan's big sister, couldn't help but blushed, and her eyes flickered. It's just that I'm talking about nurturing, it doesn't include the kind between men and women, I like girls. Single quote. Yi Ting's handsome face can't help appearing in his mind. But if Yi Ting, Zhang Xiaoxuan felt that it was not unacceptable to give it a try. What am I thinking? How can I be worthy of every girl who loves me deeply? Single quote. Zhang Xiaoxuan shook her head, throwing away the extra thoughts. Open the buddy system. It was found that Yi Ting had not said a word except for sending the equipment over. She couldn't resist editing the information. I wanted to ask him why he has so many equipments, but he thought this question was stupid, so he posted instead. Zhang Xiaoxuan. Yi Ting, with so much equipment, what level are you now? After sending, he stared at the friend interface. I stared at it for more than 10 minutes. Ding. You have a new email, please check it. Question mark question mark question mark. Zhang Xiaoxuan was full of question marks. Immediately get angry. Zhang Xiaoxuan. Yi Ting. Send me emails when you have time, but don't have time to reply to messages. Do you treat my place like a garbage dump? The information will come soon this time. Ding. Yi Ting. Hey, brothers on, how do you know? Exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark. He admitted it. He even admitted it. Ding. The message came again. Yi Ting. I'm already level 22. Brothers on, you have to increase your success rate quickly and catch up with me, otherwise you will not meet my expectations, and you will have to fend for yourself in the future. Exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark. Fend for itself. So ruthless. Thinking of the wild thoughts before, Zhang Xiaoxuan wished she could slap herself twice. Yi Ting is a straight man, how can he know how to be a girl? Decisively edit information. Zhang Xiaoxuan. Straight man. Live a lifetime with your beast master. This time I waited for a long time but there was no news. Question mark question mark question mark. Zhang Xiaoxuan tilted her head and couldn't help thinking. Have I said too much? Single quote. This sentence is no different from cursing him to be single for the rest of his life, isn't it? Single quote. Yi Ting won't be angry, will he? Single quote. And many more. He turned out to be level 22. A secret place, an ant nest. Ding. The backpack is full, please clear the backpack in time. Full again. Single quote. Opening the backpack, it was already full of green and sophisticated equipment, even the backpacks of the two women were already full. Check the basic ability again. Swordsmanship proficiency. LV 29. Effect. Increase the damage caused by holding a sword, 29%. Very good. Level 29. Damage increased by 29%. Single quote. Although my profession is Beastmaster, I don't need a sword. But I still have a second profession certificate given by Lu Yan. Single quote. Putting away his thoughts, he checked the basic abilities of the two women again. Because the higher the level, the more experience is needed, so the basic abilities of Estes and Mash have also been raised to LV 29. It's getting dark. After a hard day, it's time to go back and sell the equipment by the way. Single quote. Thinking this way, Yi Ting said. Estes, Matthew, you've worked hard, let's go back and take you to a big meal. Well, let's go back then. Estes nodded with a smile. Although the pleasure of increasing strength made her a little bit unable to stop, she was indeed a little hungry. Feast. Matthew's purple eyes are full of expectation. Is it the various big meals you humans eat? Certainly. Yi Ting smiled and said. Mash, do you want to eat? Matthew nodded heavily, and said happily. Master, I think, I haven't even eaten. Her body is a ghost, and she has always just sucked the yin energy emitted from the ghost battlefield. Now that she has a human body, she naturally hopes to taste human food. Okay, let's go. Just getting ready to go. Ding. You have a new message, please check it. The message opens. Zhang Xiaoxuan. Straight man, live your whole life with your royal beast. Question mark question mark question mark. Live a lifetime with the beast. Single quote. Yi Ting raised his eyebrows, and subconsciously looked at the two women. Noticing his gaze, Estes smiled back. Matthew tilted her head and blinked her bright purple eyes. It seems to be wondering, didn't you say to go? Why didn't you move again? Yi Ting decisively turned on the camera function of the system, captured this moment, and then sent it to Zhang Xiaoxuan, editing the information at the same time. Yi Ting. They are so charming and lovely, of course I want to spend my whole life with them. Photo. JPG. Ding. Zhang Xiaoxuan. And nest door. The two official personnel stationed at the entrance of the secret realm looked anxious, and their eyes glanced at the red vortex from time to time. At this time, one of the officials said, Li Si, how long have they been in? Li Si raised his right hand, glanced at his watch, and said in a slightly worried voice. Wang Wu, it's past 5 p.m., they've been in for almost 5 hours. Wang Wu narrowed his eyes, looked at the red vortex and said. They're going to be okay. Li Si was not sure. Probably not, after all, it was arranged by Lu Yan. Wang Wu turned his head to look at Li Si, his eyes flickering. You and I are both aware of the danger inside. Are you sure there is a tier 1 professional who can come out of it? Quote. Li Si's eyes dimmed. Why is this secret place closed? It was because it was too dangerous and too many professionals died. Before the closure, the official sent a team of level 30, who hadn't completed the task to enter the second level, to collect information inside. In the end, only 2 of them survived. And these 2 came out alive, they are them. As soon as their team of dozens of people entered the secret realm, they were surrounded by dense colonies of ants, and the exit of the secret realm was also blocked. It was too late to send out the information in the form of messages. It was the teammates who barely made a bloody way and let them escape. But except for the 2 of them, no one came out again. They took over the task of stationing, hoping to accompany their teammates in this form. Now being mentioned by Wang Wu, a picture of the past that I don't want to recall emerges. Li Si couldn't help thinking. Yes, single quote. Is anyone really going to come out alive? Single quote. Even if he is as strong as Lu Yan, who has never entered the secret realm, can he accurately judge the danger inside based on intelligence alone? Single quote. Suddenly, the figures of Yi Ting and Estes appeared in front of the red vortex in the secret realm. Matthew is in the shadow. Li Si and Wang Wu looked at each other, and their hearts were shocked. They actually came out safely. Single quote. There was not a single scar on his body, not even a trace of being attacked. What happened? What about the ant colony inside? Has the ant colony already left the exit of the secret realm? They just went in and walked around. Still shopping for 5 hours. Question mark question mark question mark. Seeing the colors of the 2, Yi Ting was puzzled, but he didn't intend to investigate. Wei Wei first said hello. Just as he was about to leave, Wang Hai said. Have you, didn't encounter an ant colony? Question mark question mark question mark. Yi Ting said in a daze. Encounter, there are thousands, tens of thousands of them as soon as they enter. Thousands, tens of thousands. Wang Wu and Li Si's pupils shrank sharply. My heart can't help turning up a stormy sea. With shock, Li Si hesitated and said. So many, you, all killed. Kill it. Yi Ting blinked. Why don't you kill me and go in? Kill it. Why don't you kill me and go in? The brains of the 2 of them suddenly shut down, leaving only these 2 sentences echoing in their minds. Are you all right? Looking at the 2 dumbfounded, Yi Ting said. It's okay, I'll go first. Seeing Yi Ting walk away, the 2 immediately came back to their senses, Li Si said in a hurried tone. Is it safe in there? Can we go in? With his back to the 2, Yi Ting waved his hands and said. Don't worry, the entrance is within a radius of 10 kilometers, and there is no ant beast left. It is absolutely safe. 10 kilometers in radius, not a single ant. The 2 brains shut down again. When he came back to his senses again, Yi Ting was nowhere to be seen. Turning to look at the red vortex, Lisi hesitated and said, "Do you want to go in?" "Enter." Wang Wu nodded heavily, staring at the red vortex flickeringly, and whispered softly, Aren't we just for this day? They have never done advanced tasks. Just so that one day, I can personally bring out the bones of my teammates from inside." Walk. The two of them stopped hesitating, and stepped into the land that haunted them in their dreams, but was like a nightmare. The screen changed. The pungent blood rushes to the face. A few kilometers around, was shrouded in a fog of blood. Crimson blood and ice slag covered the ground. As far as the eye can see, it is blood red. It's like purgatory on earth. Finally, can someone? Revenge for you. The unstoppable corners of his eyes slid down from the corners, stained with blood mist, and turned into a tear of blood. Yangcheng. Peerless magic weapon. Equipment shop. The big shipper is here again. Sir, this way please. When the lady at the front desk saw Yi Ting, she immediately led her to the VIP room, and served her a good tea and fruit plate. Delicious. Matthew tasted a piece of watermelon, his eyes lit up immediately, his tongue subconsciously licked the juice from the corner of his mouth, his face was full of satisfaction. Question mark. Yi Ting raised his eyebrows. This sentence, coupled with this action, if converted into Japanese, no matter how you look or hear, it will not look right. After a while, the smiling appraiser came in, and after a few polite words, "Mister, I don't know this time," Yi Ting said. "It's a bit much this time." "A little too much." The appraiser's eyes lit up immediately. "No problem, no matter how much we can eat. It is good." Yi Ting nodded to Estes and Matthew, and poured out all the equipment in the backpack, including the equipment below Purple Excellence. Seeing the mountain of equipment, the appraiser was shocked. At least 400 or 500 pieces. Worthy of being a big cargo owner. Randomly picked up a few pieces and glanced at them, all of them were first order. The appraiser smiles even more eagerly. "You must know that during the period when you just changed jobs, first-tier equipment was very popular." Half an hour passed. "Sir, the total is 51.88 million. You are an honored guest, so it goes without saying that the odds are fine. I make up the whole 52 million. What do you think?" Yi Ting took the price list. There are about 320 pieces of equipment in his backpack, and about 100 pieces in the backpacks of both women, a total of about 520 pieces of equipment. Among them, there are about 320 pieces of excellent green. Blue rare about 150 pieces. Purple excellence about 50 pieces. All are first order. A rough estimate is in line with expectations. Okay, deal. Putting down the evaluation price list, Yi Ting still has nearly 10 million on his body and said, "Bring me another 6 backpack expansion cards. It really is a big customer." "Okay, Yangcheng Hotel. Come on, Estes, Matthew, see what you want to eat, order whatever you want." Income 52 million, although it took another 60 million. But Yi Ting still has more than 1 million yuan. Facing 2 great heroes and a cute girl, he is naturally very proud. 2 women, one holding a menu card. Thanks to the endowment of the incarnate talent, they can all understand the text. "Order. Bring in the waitress." Yi Ting looked at the 2 women. As a senior, Estes gestured to Mash. The waitress immediately came to Matthew's side, speaking with a Yangcheng accent. "Pretty girl, what do I need?" She really wants the food in the picture. Matthew hesitated for a while, then turned to look at Yi Ting, hesitating. "Master, can you really order casually?" Owner. PFF'd. The boys nearby who had been secretly paying attention to this side sprayed one after another. Why would he have 2 beauties with 100 points in every aspect to accompany him to dinner, and let one of them call him master? Can being handsome really do whatever you want? Not caring about the envy and jealousy of single dogs nearby, Yi Ting smiled and said, "Of course, casually. Thank you, master." After being confirmed, Matthew immediately smiled, turned to look at the waitress, pointed to the picture on the menu and said, "I want this, and this, this. After ordering, she ordered nearly 100 dishes, and finally closed the menu with satisfaction. The waitresses were stunned. Remember what? Just take the menu card as the menu. Yi Ting turned his head and said, "Estes, would you like something? Mash has already ordered so much, so I don't need to order any more. Estes shook his head, turned to look at the table and said hesitantly. It's just, Master, can this table fit? PFF'd. Unexpectedly, the queen-like blue-haired Yuji is also called the Master. Hateful. Singles realize that being handsome and rich can really do whatever they want. Hearing Estes' words, Matthew looked down at the dining table in front of him with a diameter of only 2 meters. It seems that I really can't let it go. It's just. She really wants to taste each of them. She raised her head to look at Yi Ting, a pair of lavender eyes that were about to cry lightly blinked. Who can bear this? Yi Ting waved his hand, turned to look at the waitress and said. Place the order as she said, and serve me quickly. The waitress bowed slightly and said. Okay, sir, I will help you supervise the kitchen personally, don't worry. After a while, the waiter serves braised rabbit in red sauce. After Yi Ting taught Matthew how to use chopsticks, seeing that Estes didn't move his chopsticks, he naturally put a piece of rabbit meat to her mouth. Esther smiled instantly, and after eating the rabbit meat, he gave Yi Ting another piece, his ice blue eyes sparkling with anticipation. Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. Men weep and women are silent. The bachelors in the neighborhood were sour. The girls nearby all looked at the boys around them with resentful eyes, but they didn't say anything, because they knew that if they said anything, their boyfriends would definitely say, you don't know how to pinch yourself. Seeing the scene of Yi Ting and Estes feeding each other, Matthew suddenly felt that the braised rabbit meat in his mouth was not delicious. She couldn't help but said, Master, I want to. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Yi Ting was taken aback. Esther's mouth twitched. Make a fight, make a fight. The single dogs screamed in their hearts. Now they urgently need the scumbag to overturn the car to repair their wounded hearts. Seeing Matthew's expectant eyes, Yi Ting couldn't bear to refuse, took a piece and fed it to her mouth. Matthew squinted his eyes and ate the rabbit meat, only to find it delicious and satisfied. Estes fed another piece to Yi Ting. Yi Ting gave another piece to Estes. Matthew then took another piece to Yi Ting. In order not to lose sight of the other, Yi Ting took another piece to Matthew. The boys looked at the female companions around them one after another, as if to say, look, handsome and warm guys are all scumbags. The girl secretly rolled her eyes, and said in her heart, if you are so handsome, so rich, and so warm, so what if I give you a scumbag? Hateful. Why doesn't it roll over like this? What a fairy life this is. The one-handed dogs seemed to have suffered hundreds of millions of tons of damage, and their hearts were burning with jealousy. A table not far away. There were 3 male professionals around the age of 25, and one of them raised his eyebrows and said, Huang Kai, who are those 3 people? Why haven't you heard of them in the professional circle in Yangcheng? The professional named Huang Kai glanced at the 3 of Yi Ting, shook his head and said, I don't know, but I shouldn't mix it up too much, otherwise it's impossible for us not to know about her outstanding looks. Could it be a foreign professional? The boy who spoke at the beginning said so, then narrowed his eyes and said, On the territory of Yangcheng, Zhongyang is too arrogant. The professional who has not spoken has said, Qian Bin, don't cause trouble. Qian Bin waved his hands and said, Zheng Wei, it's okay. Seeing how young they are, I'll just check his strength and see if there is anything to worry about. Zheng Wei glanced at the 3 of Yi Ting, nodded, and continued eating. Seeing this, Qian Bin twitched his mouth. If the strength is not strong. Looking at Estes and Matthew with fiery eyes, a detection technique was thrown out. Name, profession, grade. Qian Bin's pupils shrank. Is it blocking detection, or is it too powerful? Haven't had time to think about it yet. Whoosh. With a bang, the sound of breaking through the air came. Be careful, Zheng Wei and Huang Kai suddenly exclaimed. The voice has not yet fallen, heck. Twice. Blood spatter. An icy blue ice pick and a misty white shadow pierced Qian Bin's chest and abdomen respectively, and under the powerful impact, they flew upside down several meters and hit the wall. PFF'd. Spit out a mouthful of blood. Bone-piercing frost continued to spread from the wound on his chest, and spread rapidly throughout his body. At the same time, his vitality seemed to be drawn by some kind of force, and his body continued to shrink. Ding! You have launched an attack on a professional, and the name will be displayed above the head in gray form. I hope everyone will support it and subscribe more.